Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.
There goes. And go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station right now if you want the best content.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Destination Station. Welcome to another night of Scream Talk here Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. I love your faces. Thank you for showing up. I got some guests along with me tonight. We got some good topics. We got a little bit of Scream details this week. Guy Busick has spilled some beans. We got a little bit of a little bit more in there with the Gale's character and Mindy and Chad. We're going to get into all that tonight, but we're also going to get into some theories. So yeah, sit back, hang out with us, grab some popcorn, grab your favorite snack and a drink, and chill with us. We are going to get through it together. I'm not quite sure how long this stream is going to go. I do have a goal to extend the stream and to also have another watch party this weekend, a horror watch party of your choosing. It's not necessary. You do not have to participate at all, but it does help the channel. It helps me out. And if y'all want more time in using these streaming services and stuff like that, it takes a little bit of time. And I really do enjoy doing the watch parties with y'all. It's just there's just so much time in the day, and it gets kind of expensive whenever you need extended hours and stuff like that. So but definitely not necessary. But please, if you do send in your super chats, they do go to the front of the line. But when you do, please place the movie that you want us to watch. And then we will spin the wheel at the end of this stream, and we will pick from your choosing. And every stream that we do, we'll go to the next one. We'll just keep adding those movies to the pile. And then we'll spin the wheel at the end of every stream, and we will watch a movie of your choosing. So as long as it's not something too dirty, you know what I'm saying? Nothing NC-17 or worse that can get me banned. Let's keep it rated R. I do have some guests here. I already see a lot of people in the chat. Thank you. Good to see you. I kind of brought back my old swagger. I hope you like it. My old Stu Mocker outfit. Got the sunglasses. Try to get that vibe back. So yeah, I hope you like it. And I hope you got your questions ready, because tonight's going to be a good one. Let's bring on our first guest of the night. He is no one new to the channel. He is my brother from another mother. We got something cooking in the kitchen, but we can't tell you yet. It's a secret. You're gonna have to hang out, subscribe to my buddy, because you don't want to miss out. We got something coming up pretty soon that we're gonna announce. But it is Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times. What's up, buddy?
What's up, bro? How's everybody doing tonight? Excited to be here as always, and talk some Scream 7 and basically Scream 8 theories, because got a little bit of insight from one guy, Busick, and we got a lot to dig into for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. There's a lot to talk about tonight, so this might be one of those long nights. Not sure how long we're going to go, but we'll see how the flow goes. And man, I'm interested. We haven't even talked about this stuff, Marcus. So
no,
I'm ready to see what you think about some of this stuff.
Yeah, I have my video ready to crank out tomorrow. I took my time with it, with what I felt about his comments and stuff like that. And I'm excited to release it, and I'm excited to kind of tease a little bit, here in the live chat here with you all tonight. This is going to be great, bro. Like, it's a great time to be a Scream fan. It's a great time to be a horror fan in general.
Yeah, it is. Doesn't it feel good?
It does.
It's all warm and fuzzy like it's Christmas morning.
It does. It really fucking does, man.
I think I've had too much caffeine, man. I'm over here drinking espresso.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's had a chance to go see my new video I dropped today. I kind of did some editing choices and some different stuff. I hope you enjoy it. It's kind of a different take of how I do my movies or how I do my videos on my channel. Let me know. I want a lot of feedback on it if you want it like that, or you want me to go back to like the old format. But yeah. All right, Marcus, let's get our other guest on here. He is a good friend of the channel, has great content. He doesn't just do horror. He does a little bit of everything. He does some pop culture. I think we got a watch party coming up over on his channel this Sunday.
Friday.
I'm gonna let him give it away. It's our good buddy Kyle, Flet's Movie Pop Culture 13. What's up?
Hey, yeah, thank you for having me, guys. I'm always down to.
I think you're muted, Kyle.
Oh, am I?
No, I can hear him.
I would say I don't know why I can't hear him on my end.
By the way,
Maybe it's something on mine.
but thanks for having me, Destin. I'm always down to talk Scream 7, Scream 8 theories, everything that we want to talk about. And
Oh,
yes,
there we go. We're good.
Yes, I'll be having you and Marcus and Dom on for Friday, Ice Cube's Friday for 1995. Him and Chris Tucker. That's gonna be a lot of fun. John Witherspoon. It's gonna be a lot of fun having you guys on Sunday night, Sunday at 4 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern for that stream. But tonight we're talking Scream, so this is gonna be a lot of fun with you guys.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you. I can't wait to rewatch Friday. I think that's one of those movies I've watched. I can't count how many times. It's so quotable. It's a classic, and I wish they would do. I wish they'd add Jason Voorhees and make it a Friday the 13th. But with,
Jason in the Hood
with Craig Day getting Jason high. That's how Jason could be Debo.
He could.
riding down the street on a bike with a machete.
Yup.
It's my chain.
Yup.
Take the chain, I'm gonna tuck my shit in right now.
Yup.
Anyways, all right. I told you I had a lot of caffeine today. I am gonna get to the chat. I promise. I promise. I'm bringing on the next guest, Dom. He is a good friend of the channel. We do watch parties over at his channel too. Great content. Go check him out. It's the one and only Dom. Dominic St. Clair. What's up, buddy?
What is up? What is up, everybody? How you all doing?
Man, we're doing all right, man. We're like looking up at you, man. I
Yeah.
feel so smart. Why are you looking down on us, man?
Yeah, right.
There you go. There you go. We're on the level now. There you
There
go.
we
There
go.
we go. We on the same line.
What you got going on, Dom? What's new in your world?
So I doing more I just started doing watch parties recently. So I got you guys come on as guests, to watch the movie with me, so I'm not alone, I'm watching it. Got can you guys hear me?
I messed him up. Yeah, I could do that. Trying to mess up your train of thought.
Okay. So you guys, if you guys in the chat come by to my channel, you guys will know Destin, Marcus, and Flat come to my channel sometimes, and we watch movies together. So I just started doing the watch parties, and I'm having a good time, watching them with y'all and you guys as the guests and all that. And I'm doing reviews on my channel on my shorts section, right? And I am planning to make a short film hopefully soon. That's going to be coming up soon, hopefully, and then put that on the channel so you guys can watch that as well. So that's some of the new stuff that I've been doing recently. So you guys can check those out.
Sounds great, man. Sounds great. Well, let me get to the chat because I know that they have been waiting, and then we're going to dive into some of these topics tonight because, man, I got some thoughts. It looks like, but first, we do have a super chat in the house, so we're going to jump to that one first. Super chats do go to the front of the line. Like I said, we are trying to reach our goal, and if we do reach our goal, we will extend this stream, and you send in a movie of your choosing, horror-related, hopefully, and we will spin the wheel at the end of the stream and see which one we're going to watch for the weekend. So it's our very own The General from Val Views with a $2 super chat saying, "Love that you brought back the stew robe." Thanks, Val. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm bringing Stu back. Yeah. Hell yeah. It's been a minute, man, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm kind of sweating in this thing, man. Like, it's a little warm in here. Maybe it's the hot coffee too.
Could you imagine how Matthew felt running around in that thing?
Oh man, I know, right? I mean, you need like some pure AC just like on you, you know?
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Hey Val, if you want to, because you already sent in this, you get a movie of your choosing. Just throw in if there's something that you want us to see or something that you want to do a watch party of, because you are a part of a lot of those. Go ahead and I'll add it since you already did a super chat, and I'll go ahead and add it. I'll try to find it down the comment section. Just give me a timestamp of when you put it in so I can find it easy. But thank you. I hope everybody is digging this. I'll bring it back for more Scream talk in the future. It might have to be the regular. So, but yeah, you out of anybody, because Val is so awesome. She's a trooper. She deserves a video. And let me see what do you think Val wants? I think she would want a little bit of.
Why did you get to do that? Okay, Cooker, you need to. Is that a thong you're wearing?
What the fuck did you say?
You have a thong on?
Yeah, I'm wearing a thong. I'll get a sleeping bag.
Yeah. The fuck?
That's always a classic.
Man, I love that movie, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
man.
Val. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen Strange Wilderness, it's a Happy Madison movie. It's a good. It's dumb as hell. It's stupid, but it's so funny. So we might have to do that over on Fletch's channel since he does more than just horror. We might have to watch that. Have you seen it, Kyle?
I have a long time ago when it first came out. So.
What about you, Dom?
I haven't seen this before.
Oh, we might have to do it. Marcus, I know you've seen it, right?
No mas.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the trailer when it first came out, and they showed that scene in the trailer. So.
Line it up, Kyle. We'll have to do that one day.
Well, we'll make that one of the movies you do on my channel for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you again, Val, for the $2 super chat. You're super awesome. Let me know what movie you want. To the general, hashtag digital bouncer. Kicking trolls' asses one stream at a time. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. And it looks like we do have a new member in the house. We have Horror Queen as a new member. Just became a YouTuber.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Horror Queen. Thank you so much. You are super awesome. Very kind. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for being a part of this community. We get a little weird sometimes, and I do apologize. So I hope you enjoy our vibe.
I mean, just
and,
a little.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, thank you. It's super great to have you a part of the community. Now you're part of the horror fam, an official stationeer. So stick around, hang out. You know, just for becoming a member, you definitely deserve a video too. What would Horror Queen want? It would have to be something like this.
When do I go? Yeah, go ahead. Now, go. My name is my name is Stephen Morris, and I've never done this one before. I'm 26 years old. I work down at the Fourth Realm. It's a comic book store, and I'm single, and I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun, and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's tall women or short, because height is in the eye of the beholder. If you think about it, because someone who likes me for me is who I'm looking for, because I'm that type of guy who likes me and we could go out and do all kinds of things. I like all kinds of music. What I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me, because everyone I know is married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a playboy. God, give me
Talk about crashing out, bro.
That dude went from like 2 to 15.
Yeah, that's classic. That's the definition of a crash out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Hell yeah. Thank you, Horror Queen. I hope you enjoyed that clip, and thank you becoming a member. We will be talking here in the near future. And if there's a film that you would like to throw in, just because you know, even though it's not a super chat, you became a member, you can throw in your movie too of your choosing, and we'll spin the wheel at the end of this stream. Thank you again. We also got another super chat announced. We are going to I try to give everybody their shine, all right? And we are going to get to some Scream talk, I promise. But super chats do go to the front of the line. We got Oliver with a $2 super chat with his choice is Saw, the original Saw. Now, we already know how Oliver feels about this because we did the Saw-a-thon, which is, there's a playlist on my YouTube channel where we watched all the Saw movies. Flet, you were there, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver was there. I think he joined us for a little bit. It was a crazy time, right? Those were the days where it was long days. We'd start like in the morning and watch them all the way up until we finished.
Like I said, that day when the Saw X trailer was supposed to drop, bro, by that time when it did drop, because they was teasing that it was supposed to come out in the afternoon. They made us wait all the way to 8 o'clock at night. I think we were on like the 6th movie by that time or something like that. Like, bro, It was crazy that day we did the Saw marathon. Like, absolutely insane. Like, and we did a dual stream because remember we connected both of our channels.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Oh,
like, bro,
yeah. That's when we did that. Yeah.
Yes. That was crazy, bro. Like, really crazy. Like, we literally sat there, watched the entire, like, first 6 movies until the trailer came out, watched the trailer, and then finished the 6th movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, I remember, too, because you had me connect my channel to it as well. So
that was crazy.
That's right. Holy hell, we did have the whole thing going with the whole multi-stream and stuff. Holy shit. It's been a minute.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago now. For sure, we did that.
Yeah, I think they just released that feature too. Whenever we did it, we were like, "Hey, let's try this out." So yeah, that was a fun time. We might have to do that again. But we're definitely. If y'all can help me keep up with these titles, so we can. I
got you. I'll start writing them down.
Yeah, and even if your movie doesn't get picked tonight, it still stays on the spin of the wheel. The spin of wheel. The wheel of. The wheel. All right. I don't know what to call it. It's not the wheel of the spin. All right. It still stays there. So next time we will keep spinning it and we'll just go in order whatever it lands on. We'll do it live right here so everyone knows. But so Oliver says Saw, which is a great choice. Never going to turn that down at all. Let's see here. Because we do have another super chat. I'm going to give him a quick little, what do you think that he would like? I would say a little bit of this.
Dark.
I want to see a movie of just that thing. Like making fun of Jaws. Has anyone ever made fun of Jaws? Done a parody of Jaws?
I mean, if you count Sharknado, but I don't think so.
But nothing really true parody to it that I've seen.
Right? Yeah, there's never been a real like parody like you see with Scary Movie. You know what they do and stuff.
Yeah. I think it's time. I think it's time, and it's time for that thing. Thank you, Oliver, for the $2 super chat. Saw is in the mix for sure, and he also sends in another super chat for Saw X. Saw X, man, the 2 best Saw movies in my opinion, besides Part 2. I like 1, 2, and X. Yeah, great choices. That's in the mix as well. Man, I love Saw X. I've been thinking about that movie lately too. I really want to watch that again. Did we? Wait a minute. No. We didn't. So that'd be the first time we do a watch party of Saw X. that didn't even come out by that time because we were waiting.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we never did the Saw X live watch party yet.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Oliver. It's in the mix. Great choices. We already know you love some Saw, and dude, you can come on again like you did last year and be a part of it. Really appreciate your support. This is how I feel.
I'll beatbox your ass.
Hell yeah. Thank you again, Oliver. All right. I think I got through the super chats. Let's see here. Oh wait, we got it up, bro.
Oh my.
My brother.
Just chipping in for the goal, man. Let's hit that goal.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you
No
so
doubt,
much.
man.
Chipping in for the goal. Well, you get a movie of your choosing too, bro.
Nah, bro, leave that for the chat. Leave that for the chat. This is strictly towards the goal.
All right. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate you.
No doubt.
You're definitely getting a video though.
All right.
And I guess we'll just keep chugging along.
Chugga 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 toot. Chugga 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 toot.
That stew train is in full force, baby. 100%. Hell yeah.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you, buddy.
No doubt, man.
All right. Let's get back to the chat. I know I'm behind, but we are going to get up in here. We got King Matthew III saying, "What's up? What is up, King Matthew III? Welcome to the party." We know we got Dom up in here. We got Paula. Hey, Paula. Welcome. Val. Got Horror Queen. Let's see here. King Matthew III says, "I think Scream 7 could open with Sydney being at home and seeing the attack in New York on the news. So Sydney heads to New York to visit Gail in the hospital." Now, very interesting, because how are they going to really explain, like, kind of like why now? Where was Sydney and why wasn't she in New York and everything? I could see possibly like her like seeing a news broadcast of like an attack in New York, and she's like, "Oh my God, I got to call Gail real quick," or something like that. What do y'all think about this? Dom?
So I actually had like I think I talked about it before, where the events of Scream. Actually, you know what? Since they're saying that they're pushing the timeline forward a bit, so my theory was pretty much it's pretty much out the window. But my original theory was that Scream 7 is taking place at the same time as Scream 6, and the reason why the reason why Sydney's not in New York is because she's dealing with another Ghostface attack at the same time, and that's possibly Stu or another person, and so I kind of came up with that kind of concept. So maybe she does visit Gail. Maybe at the end of the movie, she goes to the hospital to see her at the end, right? And then it ties into Scream 6 with the Carpenter sisters and all that.
Oh, we lost Marcus. He'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he said he'll be back.
Yeah, great. That's great, man. Kyle, what do you think? How do you like this idea that King has got?
What it says. So thinking. Okay, I just have to read it again. Sorry. It's a possibility, because in Scream 6 she was told she went into hiding. That doesn't mean Ghostface did not find her.
Yeah.
At all, because we know she cannot hide from anybody at this point.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. So I have to be careful, because I do know a few things. So I can't really jump on but what he says, for the sake of he says, it's a possibility that she could be at home being attacked while that's happening, because I think there's multiple attacks, and since they might be going with the cult storyline, there could be multiple attacks at the same place. So it's an interesting take. I do like King Matthews where he's going with this. So depends how it's opening, because Scream 7 can open in so many ways, but that would be a cool moment though. But yeah, that's a possibility. But with the time jump, yeah, they could always do that open and end the time jump. But yeah, it's possible. So
Yeah, I think
sure.
so.
I do think so. That's a good theory there, King Matthew.
Yeah. He also says, then the time jump happens, revealing Ghostface followed Sydney back from New York, and that's how Ghostface finds Sydney. She makes herself a target by checking on Gail in New York. So yeah, that's really interesting. Like that's how Ghostface finds her. Like she comes and checks on Gail and then follows Sydney back, to wherever she's going. And that kind of like leads Ghostface to where she's at. Now, there is something that we are going to touch on what Guy Busick said, because he kind of gives some insight in this. So we will be circling back to this, King. But yes, great ideas. I like where your head's at.
Oh yeah,
And,
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. And also, I wanted to plug this in here too. If you're just stopping in and popping back out, just hanging out for a little bit, please at least hit that like button. It helps out the algorithm. It helps out this channel. I really appreciate that. I am trying to get this algorithm back up and revving, and it is a beast. It's like running up that hill, but falling back down. Anyway, Paula says, great, I left a comment on your new video. Oh, thank you, Paula. I have to check it out for sure. For sure. Val, always waiting on me, man.
Always.
I don't mind waiting on me. Y'all know what song that is?
I didn't even hear you. Sorry, Destin.
You didn't hear my song? Val, you know what I'm talking about?
It cut out for you for a second on my end.
Oh, there's a country song called I Don't Mind Waiting on a Woman.
Oh yeah, I have heard of it.
Yeah. But yeah, what's up, Marcus? Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had the separate link to IG still loaded up, so that was messing up my connection. Had to get it fixed.
Oh, no worries, dude. No worries at all. I'm going to circle back to this so we can get started on this conversation. Now, let me see here. Where is it? King Matthew III was saying, I think Scream 7 could open with Sydney being at home and seeing the attack in New York on the news. So Sydney's heads to New York to visit Gail in the hospital. And then he adds, then the time jump happens, revealing Ghostface followed Sydney back from New York. And that's how Ghostface finds Sydney. She makes herself a target by checking on Gail in New York. What do you think about that, Marcus?
It's interesting. I just don't know if they're going to want to circle back to New York for that. I think that they're just going to basically, something's going to happen in the opening scene that maybe ties in directly to Sydney. We don't know what that is, or maybe to her daughter even. Maybe some friends get killed or whatever. And that's when we're basically going to pick up in the time jump like immediately, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to circle back to New York. I think the reason why that is too is because if it does show, Sydney going to the hospital to see Gail, then a lot of people are going to be like, well, then where the Carpenter sisters at? Because they would be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
With, Chad and Mindy and stuff. So I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? I just feel like in the opening scene, we are going to get somebody that is killed that's a direct link to Sydney or her daughter. And we're going to go from there. Could we see a flashback in the opening scene? Sure. I just feel like they're going to save those for later in the film if we do get flashbacks.
Yeah, I think so too. And we'll go ahead and talk on this as well. Guy Busick did, say that like this kind of like it's very tricky wording a little bit, and a lot of people are jumping with this with the whole this is supposed to be set 2 years after Scream 6. And but then he goes on to saying, I'm gonna say 2 years plus. And plus can be 2 years plus. It could be 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever. And also the idea of like where this is, Guy even says that we are not in New York. We're not in New York this time. He didn't disclose the area, but you know, us with some of the leaks and everything, we kind of already know where it's going to be. Pine Grove, Indiana, and that's supposed to be where Sydney is staying and everything. And Gail will be the one to bring Chad and Mindy to the location where Sydney and Ghostface attacks are at. So, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about this taking? Do you think that this is going to take place 2 years after, or do you think it's going to be much longer? Because in Scream 5, we didn't see an older daughter of Sydney's. We saw her pushing a stroller. So, if this is 2 years after 6, then that means it's 3 years after 5. The math ain't mathing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Unless she just had another daughter that we just did not know about. I mean, that's a possibility. But how do y'all feel about that? Do you think this is going to take place 2 years after, or you think it's going to be a little bit longer? Marcus?
I actually think it's going to take place 3 years after Scream 6. So Scream 6 was 2023. 2026 is where we're going to pick up to match not only the release date, but the 30-year anniversary to the original film's events. I think, see, the original plan from what I read from the old scripts provided by, I think his name is Screamthology, and they're legit like drafts and stuff like that. Sydney was always supposed to have 3 daughters. We only just basically got mentioned the 2 in the stroller, basically, in the 5th one. It was also supposed to be that Hannah was the oldest daughter's name, not Tatum. But then obviously they changed that. But I think it's going to take place 3 years after Scream 6. I think it kind of makes sense to tie in with, you know, the whole 30-year anniversary. Plus, I will tie this in as well. We did just get the rumor that Scream 8 is going to be filming in the early part of 2026.
Yes.
This works into my theory, and I will, you know, spoil this because this is going to be in my video. This works into my theory that I discussed a couple weeks ago, that we're going to be getting 2 Scream films by the end of 2026. We're going to get one in February, and then to truly put the icing on the cake, to truly pay homage to the original film, December 18th, Scream 8, it's going down. 2 days before the original film's release date.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about it. So I think we're going to take place 3 years after Scream 6. Reasonable time jump. I think the big question is, and we'll get into it here, you know what I mean? I think the big question is if Sydney's daughter, how old is Sydney's daughter? Because the rumors are is that she's going to be 16. But that might not be the case once we get to the film. But I'll discuss that later, why I feel that way.
Okay. All right. And just to, you know, follow up on that, like with Gail bringing Chad and Mindy to Sydney, do you think that there is some sort of like connection there as far as like they're working with her, maybe they got their horror podcast, you know, because that's been rumored and you know, thrown around the community a little bit out there, but it hasn't been confirmed. Or she could be actually, you know, working like Mindy could be, you know, she's all about the horror movie, so she's writing for Gail, and Chad's, you know, the camera guy, because he did do the lights out thing with the camera in Scream 6, so he might, you know, have some talent on the camera. What do you think about that?
It's possible. I just have this feeling like, because Guy said that James Vanderbilt, excuse me, did it in a organic way, like the idea to bring the twins back. He did this in an organic way. So when I think about organic, I can't help but think there's going to be something with Randy. And when I think about Randy, I think maybe, just maybe, Ghostface calls as an AI version of Randy. And that basically lures the twins with Gail to go to Pine Grove. Because Gail's going to go regardless. You know, Gail's going to do her. I think there's going to be something that happens with the twins, some type of message that is relayed via Randy, something that has to do with him. And that's why they're going to be a part of this movie.
They hop in the van. They're like, no, we're coming with you. Like,
yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, I think that's where they're going with that. But I could be completely off with that. we'll just have to wait and see.
Fingers crossed we get some Joel back. That'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good surprise. Don't spoil that one, at least.
Right.
Flet, what do you think about this? You think it's going to be set 2 years after, or you think it's going to be 3 like Marcus, or?
I'm thinking 3 or more. 3 for the safe plan, but it could be go even more, but 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Because especially what they're going for, it's got to be at least 3 years at least or more. I think the time jump works for what they're going for. It would not make sense for it to be 2 years right after the fact, especially for the ages they're going with the kids. It's got to be at least 3 or 4 years. And then for your aspect on the Randy theory, you want for the twins to be bad. That would be just bad. That would be badass. Or because it's got to make sense why the twins are there. They can't just be just because they're just there. So it's got to be either Randy or something to do with their mom, Marfa. So
yeah,
who knows? It's one of those two things because it's got to be something like we gotta go and there. So
what if it's something like that? Like what? I mean, what if we do get an opening kill in Woodsboro, but then we get a kill in Pine Grove, Indiana as well, and it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Like the very like the same day or something. So it's like Ghostface in 2 different areas, and I always wanted like if they did take out Martha, that we would be going back to Woodsboro, and maybe that's where we're going with the 8th one. Maybe that's maybe the 8th one we're going to be heading back. Maybe Martha is the ending kill of Scream 7,
right? Like that, the main Ghostface comes in and kills Martha, and then says it's not over yet, and then continues with Scream 8. Just leave on a kill cliffhanger.
Yeah. Marcus?
To play into that, what you just said about basically an opening scene kill where it's happening in 2 locations. Apparently the hot rumor has been lately that, according to like legit sources, that these attacks are supposed to be widespread.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is being said. I mean, I wonder.
I mean, if that happens, that plays into what you just said.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think that we're going to be. I mean, it's already been said we're not in New York, so I don't think that we're going to get any like stuff in New York. You know, wouldn't it be crazy if what if Gail is on the road and she's in Woodsboro and Chad and Mindy are there with their mom? Like they after college, after New York, they went home, and Gail is in Woodsboro, and something happens to the mom, and then they get another attack up where Sydney's at, and Gail's like, I gotta go, and they're like, you're not going without us, you know, like I could see that happening, like definitely. I like the multiple idea. I just don't want them to go too big with it, like Ghostface killings in all the big cities and all this kind of stuff. Like I'm like, man, and none of the cities feel like the cities. It's just like this could be any city, you know. They're just making up stuff. But Dom, I'm gonna let you chime in on this, and we do have another super chat in the house. So yeah, what do you think about this? 2 years after,
I think it is. Honestly, I am a little confused on the daughter situation in terms of like, okay, who is she pushing on the stroller? And if this is going to be taking place 2 years after, and Tatum's supposed to be the oldest daughter, where did that come into play? You know, where did that come in during Sydney's life? You know,
yeah.
And who are the two? Who's the young ones that she was pushing on the stroller? You know, so that is something that I'm trying to wrap my head around and try to figure out, like, okay, because if that's supposed to be Tatum, then and she's supposed to be older, it's got to be about 6 to 10 years later, or more possibly, because of how old she's gonna be in Scream 7. So I just need to understand, like, okay, who are the young ones that she's pushing on the stroller? And if Tatum is the oldest and she's been around for a long time or for a while in Sydney's life, just let us know like when did she come into the picture and how long has she been there, and that way we get the exposition and then explains like, okay, this makes sense, you know,
Yeah.
that she's this age and she is, you know, part of Sydney's life like this, you know, so I can understand.
Especially how she met the Mark she is with now after like Scream 4, in between Scream 5. Where did they meet exactly? When? So.
Yeah. All great points. Yeah. I mean, great questions too. This really has me puzzled, but you know, like God gave us a little bit to chew on, and that's the thing. It's like now it's like, okay, you answer some questions, but you rose some more, you know, like and that's what I don't want to know everything. Like he gave just enough, and he didn't really give us anything at the same time, because he didn't give us anything that we didn't already know. But he gave us confirmation about certain little things, you know, like when we're not in New York and all that kind of stuff. We kind of already knew that. How is Chad Mindy going to come into the mix? We assumed it was with Gail, and now we know confirmation that is how they're going to come into the mix. And it's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. We do have a super chat in the house. Super chats do go to the front of the line. Please hit that like button. And thank you for the continued support. And Stella with a $2 super shoot. I can't even. Man, this is so nice. Y'all are being very, very generous tonight. Have y'all seen The Changeling with starring George C. Scott? There's like 2 Changeling movies, and you got to get the right one. Okay, not The Changeling, 1980, starring George C. Scott, is one of the scariest movies you'll ever see.
I have, and I have seen it many, many times, and of course I heard Ned Campbell talking about it as well in conventions. So, but yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite George C. Scott movies for sure. There's a lot of scary moments they do so good.
It's really creepy. It's one of those movies. I've not seen it in forever. I just remember it really creeping me out as a kid, and that is a really, really great choice. Have you seen it, Marcus?
No, I have not.
All right. Awesome. Hey, George C. Scott was also in Angus. He's the grandpa. So, another movie that we've been talking about watching over on somebody else's channel, either Dom's or...
Yeah, you even brought it up here a few times.
Yeah.
He's even on The Exorcist 3. So
that's true. That's very true. Very true. Really great actor and a great recommendation, Stella. Thank you so much. That is going to the pot. We are going to spin the wheel at the end of this. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's much, much appreciated. And hell yeah. What would Stella want? That's the question. She's going to get a video. And I think we are going to go with... Y'all are just doing this to me.
Got it.
Okay.
And this is the Enough! Do you want my head to explode? In the name of all that is good and decent, no more for today!
But in a good way. But in a good way. It's just making my head want to explode. All this love and everything tonight. But I love me some Chris Farley, man. Rest in peace. He is the GOAT. Thank you so much, Stella, and great recommendation. I can't wait. Honestly, this one is something that we definitely will do. Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's go. Where was I? Oh, this jumped on me. King Matthew III says, I really hope for some Scream 7 we get some more good Gale chase scenes. We haven't really had a good chase scene of her since Scream 2. Her chase in 6 wasn't really as good, in my opinion. How do y'all feel about this? And then I'll chime in. Dom, let's start with you, dude.
I like to see some Gale chase scenes. Especially Screen 2 is probably the best one. But I gotta say, Screen 6 did a pretty good job, like, building up that tension during that chase scene. Because we're all thinking Gail's gonna bite the dust and all that, and get slashed. And there's even a part in there in Scream 6 in that chase scene where she's like, she has the gun already, and then she has like, she's walking around the room, and then she's on the phone with Ghostface, and then she's like, wait, can you hold on a second? He's like, huh? And then he she redials the phone to call back, and then that was funny, but it was also smart on Gail's part as well. So I like stuff like that from Gail and chase scenes like that, where it's like she's smart when she's being chased. If you know what I'm saying, like in Scream 2, when she's quiet, she's when she knows Ghostface is coming around the corner, she quickly goes to the next corner, and she stays there, waits. Ghostface comes around, she turns the other side, and she walks, and she's quiet with it and all that, and then she goes into the room. So it's like she is smart, and she is like definitely capable of herself when she's getting chased and all that stuff. So I definitely like to see some more Gale chase scenes for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Flit.
Oh, you get, because the Scream 2 was her best Ghostface chase. But I didn't mind how Ghostface chased her in Scream 6. It fit what was going on there. But but I would love to see more good Gale chase scenes, especially a chase scene that's similar to Red Eye chase scene, but in Ghost Scream style with that type of chase would be very, very cool. They did that style as well.
Man, it's been so long since I've seen Red Eye. Marcus, what do you think, man?
Obviously Scream 2 is the best chase scene with Gale in it. But Scream 6 I thought did a great job. Like Dom said, they built a lot of great tension, from the phone call and stuff. I feel like that gets overlooked. A lot of people, really look for, the real big chase and stuff. But that tension that they built leading into that was fantastic, in my opinion. That was some of the best writing they did in either of those movies and stuff, with the dialogue that Ghostface was saying and stuff, carve Dewey like a Christmas goose, like, basically like really like putting it on Gale, like making her feel that pain and stuff like that. And also that's the closest she's came to being killed, in my opinion, and I will be remiss not to mention we got another Stu clue with the clutching of the knife, double clutching of the knife. So I felt like that chase scene in Scream 6 was actually pretty good, but hey, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? I understand why Scream 2's chase scene is better, because, there was that slow, methodical, aspect of it. You know what I mean? To the chase scene and stuff. And plus, it wasn't just really confined to Gale's apartment. They were in a theater. They were multiple rooms and stuff like that. So that's what made that extended chase scene a lot better. But this one being for in a confined space, what they had to work with, I thought was pretty good.
And I love the fact they really hit the heartstrings, like you said, Marcus, really hit the heartstrings with Gale. And I also love the line that says, "This is the first time we've ever been on the phone with each other."
Yes,
cool.
great point.
Acknowledging that. Yeah. I like both. Scream 6, like I really did like it. I just wanted to I know it's so bad to say, but I wanted it to end heartbreaking. I think it was fine because we really spent a lot of time in that scene. It was like it felt like a climatic scene for her. And I just really want to, and what's crazy is, like, I know a lot of people were saying when he jumps over that couch, Ghostface can fly. Like, I just think, but I think it was kind of cool how they like ran out on the balcony and then came back in and everything. I thought that was really, really, really well done. Really well done. Dom?
I think when Ghostface says, "Yeah, this is the first time we talked on the phone," it's definitely Stu saying that. Because how would Bailey know that this was the first time that she's ever talked to Ghostface on the phone?
Yeah, like it would have to be someone that knows Gale, because it can't just be knowledge that it was just Ghostface. So someone had to really know Gale to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially Stu.
especially Stu. Nice. All right, I am trying to get to everybody's. I might skip some so I can catch up a little bit. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Thank you, Val, for putting our links in the chat. Super awesome. We got Nightmare on My Stream in the house. What's up, JT? Hell yeah, good to see you. Just popped a gummy. Ed, you should have came. I invited JT to come on the stream tonight too, but he's having a movie night. So yeah, pop that gummy and jump on the stream. I don't know if that's a good idea though, but do it at your own risk. Let's see here. Thank you again. Dom. Yes, please smash that like button. Stab that like button. I really appreciate it. We got a pretty good turnout tonight. It's good to see some love. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you again, Oliver. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family, Horror Queen. That's right. Let's see here. Wow, Oliver. Okay, I sees you. Okay, we're gonna put you to the test when we watch the Saw X.
I was not expecting that. That was good, Oliver. You got me. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh
Oliver,
man.
you made me spit out myself with that one. No judgment. You do you.
Oh man.
Yes, she has. Horror Queen has been a great addition to the community.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Man,
100%.
y'all are freaking awesome. I know. Stationeer. Hell yeah. Gump Jr. All right. Hell yeah. Nice. Let's see here. We got another one from let's see here. Cody. What's up, Cody? Hey everyone, hope all is well. I didn't know Destin was live. Dang it. How would you feel if Ray is the killer and I know what you did last summer? The PTSD caused him to snap and he becomes the hook man. Well, this isn't I know what you did last summer stream, but I'm gonna answer this real quickly for you. Good to see you and thank you for hanging out. We will be doing streams for I know what you did last summer and that coming up. We're gonna be doing watch parties for it too. I don't like it. I know some people are saying this, and I mean, that's fine with the PTSD. I just think it's cheap writing a little bit at this point. I kind of want there to be like a happy ending for Ray and Julie, by the end. Like I want them to like maybe go off and do their own thing, and let them both survive. Well, if not, I want them to reconnect, kind of like Gail and Dewey, and then maybe Ray can die. Wouldn't that hurt? Reconnect for a minute, have a moment, and then Ray dies by saving, the new final girl or something. I think that'd be great. Not great, but you know what I mean. How do y'all feel about this? Y'all want Ray to be a killer?
Not really.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No.
All right, everybody. Dom, you can say yes if you want to, man. You don't have to follow suit. Come on, man. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, tell us you really.
He just kind of like slowly went, no. I can't be the only one that says yes. No, great question though.
No, I don't know. I think like Ray being the killer is kind of contradictive because of what he went through. Yeah. So I just think it would be better either he dies saving either the new girl or Julie even, or he does survive and he reconnects with Julie and they live happily ever after again. So I think that would be cool too.
Especially, I think too that would just ruin the mystery of the movie for the momentum they're going on. Just to find Ray to be the killer would be just no.
It's a cop out for sure.
It's cop. That's like why. So no, no. I think what they're, especially with the trailer, they're going for something that's really cool. I think they're gonna surprise people who the actual killer is for this.
Right. JT image when he has an orgasm. Damn. Yeah, that gummy kicked in.
Yo, what the hell is going on in the chat tonight?
I don't know. I think I missed something.
No, Jose.
I think I missed something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hard take.
Yeah.
I think everyone
It
got
ain't that
the
kind
Party's at Destin's house.
Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Everybody.
I'm glad everybody's having a good time. That's what it's all about. Let's see here. Cody says 1408 would be a good one to watch. Hell yeah. I need to rewatch that one. That was a good one. You know, especially coming off of like we did The Shining recently over on Marcus's channel, and you know, doing some more hotel horror. I could dig that for sure.
Why not?
We got Melissa in the house saying, "Hey, Destin, Dom, Marcus, and Kyle, what is up, Melissa? Welcome to the party. How are you?"
What is that?
What's up, Melissa?
Hey, Melissa.
And we got Val doing the choo-choo train. Hell yeah. I like choo-choo trains. I just got to do it one more time since she put it up. You already know. You already know.
Chicka 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 toot toot. Chicka 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 toot toot.
Got that stew train rolling. Hell yeah. Let's see here. What do y'all think about this? Do you think that Stu is going to be a flashback, or do you think Stu is going to be alive in present day? And do you think we're going to see him in this movie, or do you think we'll see him in 8? Flet, I'm gonna let you answer that first. What do you think about Stu? How significant is he going to be in these movies?
Well, I can't really give you that proper answer, but to answer that question, Destin, I think it's going to be, for me personally, I think it's going to be one of the two or both, flashback or live or both. That's what I'm going to answer for that question. I got to be careful. Yeah, because I got to be careful with this answer because I actually know what that true is. So it's got to be careful with this one.
Oh, so you got some.
Yeah, that's not. I can't tell you. Got my connections with this.
Oh, that's some baby bag bullshit with some cheese on it. Marcus,
tell you, so.
Why not the trifecta?
Yeah.
Why not AI? Why not a flashback? And why not a proper reveal? If we're going to play into it, if we're going to play into this idea of if Stu is alive or dead, why not give us the trifecta? Why not do all 3 phases? It would be a perfect buildup into revealing that he is alive. Because regardless to what, until you see that man pop out on screen, that is not AI, that is not a flashback. We don't know if he is alive or dead. But when he does show up, we will know for sure. You know what I mean? So I think to build this up properly and to answer your question whether it's going to be in this film or not, I'm kind of conflicted. I think it's 50-50. About a couple weeks ago, I would have said 75-25. No, we're going to wait for Scream 8. But given what Guy Busick said, I don't know. I think it kind of shifted to 50-50 because Guy had said something about, about basically the location. Like, and it was so weird because him and the interviewer for comicbook.com, the person who wrote the article, basically played into the notion that they didn't know where Scream 7 is going to be located at, which is weird because we know that through set photos and stuff, it's supposed to be in a place called Pine Grove, Indiana.
Right.
I have an interesting theory about that. And could it be that Pine Grove is also a fictional place within the movie itself? Maybe everything that we see is used for a setup of a movie. or some type of docu-series or TV show or something like that. But more importantly, a new Stab movie. Think about it.
That would
The
be
events of Scream
interesting.
6, the events of Scream 6 could have led to the studios actually giving in and saying, you know what, let's do a new Stab movie.
Yeah.
Especially if we are playing into the idea that Scream is going to be commentating on all the requels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't make sense if Stab finally got their requel.
Yeah, I've always wanted this idea, and I've made plenty of videos on it on my channel. Is that what if you brought the idea of Scream 3 like a Stab movie to Woodsboro? Like they were making a Stab movie, but in the town of Woodsboro, and it's controversy with everyone in the community because they're actually filming scenes where the deaths occurred, like Casey Becker's house, Stu's house, the high school, the principal, and maybe we see things that go down in a way, but it goes in a different way. I think that would be really interesting. But even if we did it in Pine Grove, Indiana, same concept, I kind of like that whole on the movie set type of feel, like bring the best of both worlds together, like, dude, I like where your head's at. Dom, what do you think about this? How significant do you think Stu's going to be in this movie?
I think Stu's going to play a big part in this movie. In terms of like AI, flashback, and I agree with you, Destin, with your theory of the ending being a Stu Mocker reveal, like a reveal, but like we don't see him, but we hear his voice, right?
Right.
At the coffee shop, you said that Sydney and Tatum run.
Yeah, called like Little Latte or whatever it's called.
Yes.
If it was just like she calls out like the coffee cup and says Mocker, and he's like, or Mosher, and he's like Mocker, and she like hands him the cup and like name is on the cup. Like, I think that would be cool. They could start a coffee brand. I was thinking Mocker Macchiato or something like that. If I ever did like a horror themed coffee shop, I would have a Mocker Macchiato. But yeah, great ideas, guys. We do have a super chat in the house, and it is a $20 super chat from DM Haynes. What is up? Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you. Wow, very, very generous. Haynes says, "Sup, team? What would be your own personal scene outline for a Scream 7 reveal with Stu being alive and involved in the chaos? What would that look like if you could implement it yourself?"
That's a great question.
That's a great question, and I already got something, but I'm going to let Marcus go ahead, buddy. Let loose.
Okay, so let me read this properly so I can try to come with some fire, because this is a damn good question, man. DM, real quick, I do want to say, man, he's got some great theories and some great questions, man. Like, really makes you think about shit. So, all right. What would be your own personal scene outline for a Scream 7 reveal with Stu being alive and involved in the chaos? What would that look like if you could implement it? Well, if we are going to go with AI technology and stuff, and like I said, the trifecta, maybe get a flashback with Stu, but really lean into the AI stuff, I would like to see maybe at this theater, that they're supposed to be doing this play at, maybe in the back room somewhere in the building, that's where the Ghostface lair is. We got all these computers and all these pictures of Sydney, Gail, the twins, and stuff of that nature, stuff all up on the computer, whatnot. And basically, we get Stu revealed that way. Because if he's going to be a mastermind of a Ghostface cult, I would kind of like them to lean into that type of mastermind type of angle a little bit. Show just how fucking smart this guy really is and how he has evolved with the times. You know what I mean? From behind the scenes, and how, because think about it. In Scream 5, we always say that this had to be Stu Mocker talking to Tara, because when she brings up elevated horror, Stu doesn't, it doesn't commute to this Ghostface. What is elevated horror? You know what I mean? So along the way, Stu, even though he's behind the scenes, he's evolving. When you have a Ghostface cult, you are going to feed off some of that energy of the people that you have in it, especially if he has some young folks that are well versed in knowing, the times. So basically, by revealing him in this type of fashion, it shows that Stu has evolved with the times as well. And he has conjured up this massive, big plan to basically have a somewhat of a widespread reach as a Ghostface, leader and stuff, to where he's this mastermind, man. And not just in Scream 7, maybe that spills out into Scream 8 with some new killers who come after Sidney. You know what I mean? Something like that. I would love to see an angle like that where we get Stu revealed in a Ghostface lair. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to have to end somewhere. It looks like it's going to end somewhere in that theater. I don't want it to just be on that stage. You know what I mean? By judging what I've seen, what Steven shared on his channel and stuff. I don't just want it to end there. I want us, if we're going to really reveal Stu as a mastermind, I want to see some real mastermind shit. I want to see some gadgets. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. Oh, we lost Flet, unfortunately.
Yeah, he'll be back. Hopefully. Or Ghostface got him. Dom, what you think? Give us your outline.
So this is a question that just came out, and I got asked some little time to think about it, but I will give my outline. So my outline for Stu being involved in the chaos, I would say, like, he's definitely somewhere, like behind the scenes somewhere. I'm not going to take Marcus's idea, because I kind of thought about the idea of like having a layer and stuff, but I'll try to do something a little different. So I'm thinking like he's behind the scenes, but he's at his old house in Woodsboro. At the Stu house. And he's just chilling there, just chilling, kicking his feet up, watching everything on the TV and all that stuff. And he has his gadgetry or whatever that he has in the house. And he has his phones and all that. He tabs on everyone that he's working with. And the ghost faces that are going to be in Scream 7 are one of the people that is working with him. And they're calling him, keeping tabs on, and telling him what's going on with this and that. And then when they get killed off, he has to go in with the remaining Ghostface cult members to take out Sydney and the rest of the group, whoever's left alive by the end of Scream 7. So that's going to be my outline and my take on where Stu is, how he's involved, and all that stuff. Because I had the same thought process as Marcus when it comes to the layer and all that, you know. Yeah. But I just wanted to come up with something different, just to say like, hey, like I want to try to say something a little different, so I'm not, copying Marcus or anything like that. Just
oh, bro, you're good. If you have the same idea, a lot of us sometimes have the same idea. Shit, it happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean? That means, we're in the right headspace with some of these theories. Okay. I do want to say something real quick, because I was just thinking about it as I was processing what I just said, in my mind. So let's say in the middle of, these other ghost faces being revealed, let's say it is at the theater, right? Mm-hmm. Or whatnot. Sydney takes him out, whatever, prevails in that instance. But then what if, like, as she goes to, like, kind of walk away, go to leave, you hear Marine's voice, Sid, like in Scream 3.
Oh, that'd be
And that's what lures her around to wherever Stu is at, in the background waiting, you know, just for the reveal. And then it's like, you know, surprise, Sydney, like this is a real thing. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Like, I think that would be pretty cool, man. I'm interested to see what you got up your sleeve, Destin, because you got that shit smirk on your face, and I got an idea it's something good, man.
All right. This is what I think. This is how I would write it. Now, knowing, you know, I had a bunch of ideas, you know, before we knew details about this movie. But now that we know a little bit of an outline of Scream 7, like our players and where we're at and who is who, I would like it to be seeing the outline for the reveal of Stu being alive and involved in the chaos. This is kind of how I would have it revealed. Is we've already seen a bunch of AI start deep fakes and stuff like that, and Stu Macher is amongst a bunch of them. So, and then we come to realize, oh, it's all fake. You know, Ghostface is using this, and it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of throwaway, even though he's using it to his advantage. But at the end, she's supposed to be really good friends with Anna Camp's character, like a neighbor. I would like it to be like something's going on. She runs to like her Anna Camp's house for safety. Is like, you got to call the police. You got to call it. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And so she's like, okay, come on in. She locks the door, and she goes in. She goes into like the kitchen or something to go call the police. Well, while Sydney's like looking out the window, locking everything up, looking around, she realizes like there's an awkward silence, and she goes in there, and Anna Camp's not there in the kitchen. And then the phone rings, and it's Ghostface, and there's a little bit of toying. And then it comes to reveal that Anna Camp is actually Leslie Macher. And she's sitting there and she's just like, surprise, sis. Or not sis, but surprise, Sydney. And come to find out she is Leslie Macher. This is when we get that reveal. And they kind of have like a little bit of a showdown. And then like after a little bit of a showdown, she's like, I got a surprise for you. And then another Ghostface appears behind Sydney and pulls off the mask, and it's like, and she goes, you know, Anna Camp's character looks up and goes, hey brother, or hey bro, or something like that. And it's Stu going, surprise, Sydney. And then she realizes they're brother and sister. And so, and then this is where Sydney's older sister and Gail can come. I mean, older daughter, where Tatum can come in with Gail, maybe Chad and Mindy as well, you know, whoever's surviving at the end, and coming in to help fight. And that kind of breaks it up. But then it comes down to like Anna Camp getting killed. Like she'd be the one going out. And while she's busy with Gail and Tatum, you got Stu and Sydney just going at it, man, like going at it. And I want there to be a scene where Sydney beats the shit out of Stu with the phone, like not just like and just like, you know, just like a callback of him getting hit with the phone, but I want her to like beat him down like she's pistol whipping him. Yeah. And kind of like messing up his face a little bit. And then he gets kind of the upper hand. She's on the ground. He's got the knife. And next thing you know, the police lights come on. You see the police lights come on outside the window. And you know that like, even like we even see like news crew and everything like that the call's already been made by Gail or something. And everyone's already, you know, coming here, the cavalry, whatever you want to call it. And he's kind of looking around, and Sydney's like, it's over, Stu. Let it go. You're done. And he's like, no, it's just begun. And he opens up the front door, and everyone's got their guns drawn. They got the cameras and everything. And they're like, and everyone's, you know, you hear everyone going, Stu, is that Stu Macher? Is that Stu? And he just like drops the knife, and then kind of like gets down on his knees to get apprehended. And you see all these like news crews and everybody being like, you know, hearing them all talk in the distance, like Stu's alive. Like, so he wanted to get apprehended. I think that would be really cool, because now he wants his name out there. Everyone's thought he's dead. He never got the recognition for the kills. This is his legacy, and he has a bigger plan for leading into Scream 8. And that's what we'll see. And then I think it'd be really cool, even though that he's incarcerated at the end of this, we cut to and we get an ending kill as well at the end of this that lets you know, oh, Stu's incarcerated, but we just got a kill, so there's another Ghostface out here too, at least. And then that's how the movie ends. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's Martha, so we can go back to Woodsboro. And also, another thing, I don't know how they would do this, because I always wanted the showdown, and they could still do it in Scream 8, a big showdown between Sid. We get like a small showdown with Sydney and Stu in this one, but then it leads into a big one in Scream 8. But it's at the Stu Macher house. That's where I want it to go down. And I want it to show, like I always wanted, like, you know, in the attic where he was hanging the dolls, where it was supposed to, like, show that he was psycho. When Sydney was running through that attic, she was, like, knocking away dolls. And this one, that's where a lot of bodies have been hid, and he's hung bodies up there this time. So I want the eighth one to go really dark. I want the eighth one to go really dark, and maybe Stu breaks out or something, you know, and in the eighth one, and we don't know where he's at. But
do you think if that does end up going back to Stu's house, they kill Amber's parents if they still have the house?
We never got to see them. I don't know if it'd be significant.
I don't think they would show them or whatever. I'm just saying, like, do you think we would get like some type of little backstory as to why nobody's in that house anymore? Maybe they just up and moved because of what happened, you know?
Yeah, it could be like he could be like, you know, I've been living with the Freemans or something like that, you know. And because at the beginning of Scream 5, you see someone filming Amber outside the window. And I was thinking, you know, that it was a setup, so it could have been Stu. Stu could have been in the attic the entire time.
It couldn't be Richie.
Exactly. So if Stu, it would make sense if, like, Stu was living there with them. Like, maybe that's what he changed his name to, was Freeman, and that's where he was, and he was living in the attic the entire time. And maybe, you know, we'll see some bodies up there. Maybe that's Amber Freeman's parents. Like, yeah, I had to go ahead and get rid of them. This is my house,
right.
Or whatever. You know, that'd be crazy. That'd be really crazy. But I want to go something like that, man. I that's how I want the reveal. That's how I would reveal Stu, honestly. That's what I like. Man, great question, man. DM Haynes, man, you coming in with a $20 super chat, man. It's super awesome of you, dude. Like, I can't express the I can't express how much I really appreciate this. I really do. You also, I don't know if you heard it, I don't know when you came into the stream, but you do get a movie of your choice that we will throw into the pot, and we're going to do spin the wheel. We're going to see which movie we're going to watch next. We will be watching a watch party this weekend. So you did give in a super chat. We're almost to our goal, guys. We're almost to our goal. And if we reach it, we will be we will extend the stream tonight. I'm good to go for a little bit, and we will be doing those watch parties. So let me know, Haynes, and I'll be looking out for your message about what movie you would want us to watch. Just let me know.
I'm gonna take a look too.
Yeah. Let me know, because y'all got more eyes than me, because this chat does jump on me whenever I'm doing a bunch of stuff over here. Let's see. We will, you know, y'all just showing me so much love. It makes me want to do this dance.
That shit always get me. Hey, how come you turned that off?
Hell yeah. And since it is such a big super chat, I am going to give him another video. But what you got, Marcus?
Real quick, I just want to let you know, bro, you hit your goal.
Oh, I did. Nice.
Yes, you did. Yep, I got you covered, bro. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, and I'm seeing if what movie DM decided to choose and whatnot.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. We reached our goal. Hell yeah. So we will go for another hour. So you'll get 3 hours of us tonight. We're at an hour and 20. We were supposed to go 2 hours. We're gonna go for another hour and 40 minutes. At least I am. If y'all can hang out, I'm down for it.
I'm good to go.
All right, good. Because y'all were looking at me like, "Oh, I didn't sign up for this."
Nah, I'm good to go, bro. I'm with whatever, man. This is what we do, bro. This is what we do.
Hell yeah. We'll keep the party rolling. DM, thank you so much again, man. We're gonna have to get him on. We're gonna have to talk him into coming on the channel, dude. Because
man, for real.
I like where his mind is.
He is. Man.
He's got some really great ideas. I'm gonna give him another video, and then we're gonna get back to the chat.
Pick out a game or a movie. I don't know which one to choose. You see any which one I could get?
What the fuck?
What?
Look at that.
It's Spider-Man.
That's fucking me. That's my fucking picture.
That's Peter Parker.
That ain't Peter Parker. That is fucking me. Son of a bitch. Look here. Look at Shrek. They even got my fucking face on his eyes. Oh, hell no. Oh, motherfucker. They even got me looking like Will on Stranger Things. Son of a bitch.
What the hell's going on here?
Where the fuck they get these?
Hey, they got the new Grand Theft Auto.
Motherfucker, that's me. How the fuck they get that?
I don't know, Granny. Did you give them permission to use?
Hell no. Motherfucker. What the fuck's going on? Did you do this shit?
No, I don't work at Walmart.
Well, how the fuck did they get them?
They didn't look that much like you, Granny.
The fuck I didn't. I'll call fucking corporate. I'll find out who in the fuck's doing this shit.
It never gets old, bro. That's been a while, man. Oh, shit.
Dude, Angry Grandma is so funny. If you're not following her, she'll keep you rolling, man.
I think she went to one of the Conjuring houses, bro. Bro, you gotta check that video out. That shit was fucking funny, bro. Check it out.
Okay. Hell yeah. Oh, wait. I remember she did go to something haunted. She did a couple of haunting ones. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I have a question. Sorry. Did Fleck come back?
I'm actually messaging him now.
Yeah, not yet. Okay. Y'all help me keep a lookout.
Yeah, I got you.
DM Haynes, thank you so much, man. Again, it's super appreciated, and we're gonna do an extra stream this weekend. And let me know what movie you want to us to throw in the mix to spin the wheel at the end of the stream. We do have some more super chats of the house, and we will get back to the chat, but they do go to the front of the line. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. They are priority, but Shay Rants, my good friend Shay Rants, we got to get him on some Scream Talk. Shay might have to come on next Friday night. I miss Shay. He's great content. Go subscribe to Shay Rants. Great content. Good friend of the channel. He says, "What's up, Destin? I'm so excited for Stu." So am I, buddy. So am I. Shay, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. And if there's a movie you want to throw in the mix, just let me know, man. Just place it in there, and we'll be keeping a lookout for it because we are going to spin the wheel, like I said earlier. I will give you a quick little video, and because I know we got to get through some of this stuff. And let's see here.
The desert, so we're combing it. Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
I love Spaceballs. Spaceballs is making fun of Star Wars. If you've never seen it, it is hilarious. I think they're just talking about making a Spaceballs 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Let's see here. Thank you again, Shay. be looking out for an invite for next Friday night for Scream Talk for real. A troll Campbell says Stu lives. That's right. What if that was just the title? Scream 7. Stu lives.
Man, it would kind of suck though because then they basically give it away. In my opinion, like
yeah,
keep it as it is. Scream 7. Don't give nothing. Keep us on suspense. I love that part of it. Don't give it to us. Let us think about it.
Yeah. It just tickle our fancy with a little bit of. You want some Hiawatha?
Hold on, I didn't even. Wait, what? Oh shit! I didn't even see that at first, bro, because I was like watching the chats, and when I pull up the chats or whatever, I can't see like the main screen.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy, dude. So every time I think about Scream 7 and Scream 8, man.
Yo, real quick, Destin. I'm writing it down, but Val is adding for her super chat the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, okay. Let's do the time warp again. Janet. Oh yeah. Good pick. Thank you so much, Marcus, for keeping up with that, man.
Yep, you already know, buddy.
Yep. A troll, if you got one too, throw it in the mix. Go ahead and throw it in the comment section because we're going to be spinning the wheel at the end of this stream. We got another super chat in the house. Man, tonight is a good night for some Scream Talk. Did y'all miss us or something? Like, I'm showing all this love and everything. DM Haynes, again with the $5 super chat, says, great answer, guys. A super thanks was always sent your way, Marcus. Keep hustling, guys. Fire. Hell yeah. Dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, DM, again, for your support, man. It's greatly appreciated. Like it really means a lot, honestly. And like me and Destin, you know, we talk behind the scenes, and like when you say keep hustling, that's exactly what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like we're putting it into action for sure. So again, thank you for your support, man, and you're awesome. And hopefully, if you're down to come on a live stream at some point, you can come hang out with us.
Yeah, that'd be great because you got some great questions, man. Like seriously, you get us thinking. And me and Marcus, you know, we're not going to say anything yet because we are going to be having an announcement soon, but we do have something cooking. We got something really good cooking, and I think it's coming to fruition. So absolutely, time will tell very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Let me see here. One more for our good friend DM Haynes, and we will. Let's get a little spicy in here. Is it this type of party?
Yeah, you get crazy. Come on.
Okay.
All right, motherfucker. Let's get it on. Oh no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere.
Yo, man.
Worst night ever. You know, it kind of reminds me of that scene in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker too, you know, whenever she gets kind of like demonic.
Yup.
And Damon Wayans goes, oh, shit, you got the devil in you, girl. And he throws him up against the wall. He goes, dude, scenes like that live rent free in my head so much.
Yo,
like, shit. I hope they bring that same flavor to the new Scary Movie with the Wayans brothers being back.
I think they will, bro. I'll put it this way: look at the first two movies. I don't think those guys have lost a step at all.
And it doesn't need to be watered down. Like this, like,
nope.
Let's don't do no woke shit. Like let's don't worry about hurting some feelings. Like do it. So I think we need it. Thank you again, DM Haynes. Awesome of y'all, and thank you for letting us, you know, meet our goal and everything. That's super awesome, man. Man, y'all showed up and showed out. Hell yeah. Getting back to the chat. What's up?
Real quick, Destin. I do see a troll put in Halloween H2O Resurrection. So which one a troll, which one do you want? Halloween Resurrection or Halloween H2O? Or I will ask Destin, if they send in multiple super chats, do they get multiple picks on the movies?
If you send in multiple, yes. So it's like it's one pick because I want everyone to have like a little bit of a playing field. If I let everyone just pick a bunch of them for one super chat, then we're gonna have a slew of movies to have to pick from.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I got a troll down for Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection.
Okay,
because he sent in 2 super chats.
There you go. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. Awesome, man. Those are going to be a fun watch too. We're going to do a Halloween-a-thon, and I want to throw some Friday the 13th love on my channel too. So we're going to have to do a Friday the 13th-a-thon too. I'm ready. I've been itching for some Friday the 13th, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And with,
I got to start doing some of that too.
Yep. Oh my goodness, we got our good friend Jamie in the house. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you, girl.
Jamie,
hope all is well. We're gonna have to get her on the channel too. Don't do any horror. Like, you can do horror movie trivia with her, but your ass gonna lose because she knows it all. Like she knows it all.
Oh yeah,
I am telling you. Good to see you in the chat, Jamie. Love you. Let's see
you,
here.
Jamie.
Cody says, if the opening kill is Sid's husband, it would make sense because it would bring everyone together. Sid will be vulnerable and depressed, making everyone come around her and being there for her. What do y'all think about this? About her husband, Mark, being Mark Evans, being the opening kill. I'll let y'all talk and then I'll answer. Dom.
Yeah, I think that is a way to bring Sydney into the mix. I don't know. It is a way to bring Sydney back and get her involved with Ghostface again because it is her husband. That's someone near, dear, close to her heart and stuff. And I think it will make her more, instead of vulnerable, I think it'll make her more angrier. I think she'll be more angry and she'll be more, just more, not resentful to anybody, but like, yeah, she'll be close with other people, that are there for her, but she's just so angry, revenge driven that she's gonna get the Ghostface that did this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of mode that she's gonna be in because she's already been through that reign of vulnerability. So it's kind of hard to see her do that again. It's more a progression to see her be more revenge driven and more angrier towards Ghostface and be like, I'm gonna get this son of a bitch. I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, like I'm gonna get him, and that type of feeling, kind of like Laurie Strode in the latest Halloween trilogy that we had, like she's going after Michael, she's after Michael, even when she was in the hospital, that she wanted to go after Michael. So it's like we can see that from Sydney when Ghostface kills her husband, and then. I can see people be more close to her through that experience, but she's kind of like pushing them away because she doesn't want them to get hurt in her quest for revenge. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah, Marcus, what do you think about this? You think he's going to be the opening kill? You think Mark's gone as soon as we get introduced?
I don't think he's going to be introduced as the opening kill. I think they're going to let him, simmer for a little bit in our minds, maybe even get us to like him so that when they do kill him, it's a lot more tragic for Sydney. I don't think he is going to live because I did see Joel McHale basically like talk about like working with Nev Campbell and stuff like that and how it was. And he basically, the way he phrased it, I'm so honored that I got the chance to work with Gail and Courtney and stuff. So that tells me he's definitely a goner, because if he wasn't, it would be paraphrased a lot differently, in my opinion. But I don't think he's going to be the opening kill. But I will say it's not a bad idea, because then that establishes that these Ghostface attacks are not just directed at Sydney, but it's personal, and it's more, you can even view it as more personal than ever. You know what I mean? This is the father of her kids, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, and her husband. So this is a direct warning shot, like, you're back on the chopping block. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't not like the idea. I actually think it's a pretty cool idea, because who would really expect Mark to be the opening kill? I don't think a lot of people would. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people would probably think it's going to be somebody else. Like, a lot of people theorize that, you know, Jimmy Tatro's character and that girl who came in with him at the end, they're going to be the opening kills and stuff. So if you get right to the get down, right to the nitty gritty of just killing Mark off, maybe he's at the police station or something like that, man, that's really bold, in my opinion, because not only are you killing somebody so close to Sydney, but you didn't even give us time to get to know the guy. You're just getting right to the point. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I really don't want it to happen either as an opening kill, because we kind of want to get to know him, because we've never met her husband before. And I think it'd be kind of cool to have like an H2O moment, like when we do get introduced to Sydney, like she's having a bad dream, maybe about her mom or something, you know, and she wakes up and is, you know, screaming, and then you got Mark laying next to her in bed and, like, you know, trying to calm her down and, you know, babe, you all right? And then, like, it shows that he's like this caring person. Maybe he has a little bit of goofiness to him, kind of like Dewey or something, you know. He just, you know, really is protective of her. And when he does die, it's protecting his wife and daughter, you know. Like, maybe he lets them get away while he tries to take on Ghostface, but Ghostface gets the upper hand on him. And it has to be Stumacher to make it just that much more. All right, Sydney's like, all right, now I'm going to kick your ass. You know? Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I think. That's my 2 cents on that. Great idea, Cody. Really great idea. We got King Matthew III says, if Gail is the one to bring in Mindy and Chad, I could see Mindy maybe perhaps dying, because Gail is technically responsible for Randy's death. So maybe Gail accidentally causes Mindy's death. Ooh. That would be, I wonder if they would even have that conversation, like, you know, like, our uncle died in your news van or something. Was it her news van? Yeah, it was, because it was Joel. Yeah. So it was. So that would be like, if they're in the van and they're like, is this the same news van that my uncle died in? Or did you get a new one? Or something, you know, like, like, that would be like an awkward moment, right?
Yeah, they got the windshield fixed, and Gail always kept it in storage. Why not?
Yeah, and maybe they look down and there's like still like a blood stain in like Mindy.
Oh, that's cold.
Like, and
that's
like
cold.
Yeah, and like Gail was like, I couldn't get everything out or something, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's a really interesting idea about her having Mindy's death. Do you think one of the twins are gone in this one? Do you think one of them's gonna die?
No. Now I am convinced they are not.
Yeah.
I am convinced, because Guy Busick has convinced me they are not. And the only reason why I say that is because what he said at the beginning of that article, obviously talking about this version of Scream 7 wasn't supposed to be the one we got. They found a way to fit the twins in. It's organic, so on and so forth. But he hopes that in some other universe, they can continue the Core 4 story. Now, that tells me if he's going to keep coming back to write these Scream projects, he doesn't want to kill those characters. He wants to save them for the chance that maybe Gary Barber steps down, maybe somehow, some way, Melissa and Spyglass comes to a, you know, make amends, so to speak, and can work together again. When he said that, I was like, he's most likely not going to kill those characters off. You know what I mean? And I also do think that Guy Busick will, I mean, we know he's going to be on for Scream 8. You know what I mean? So depending on what happens after Scream 8, then maybe you can make the argument, okay, is he going to do any more Scream films to write?
Yeah.
But I think as long as he is writing Scream films, now I don't think either one of them will die, because I genuinely believe he really is hoping that they can finish the story that they wanted to with the core 4. You know, so when I saw that, bro, I was just like, oh, wow. They really might fuck around and keep the twins around after all. And that makes me wonder, if you are hoping to revisit the core 4 story at some point, it makes me wonder 2 things. Are you going to write them out in a way that they basically kind of like, okay, well, we're going into hiding, we're not dealing with this and stuff like that, this has nothing to do with us, so we're just going to be out of it, and Chad and Mindy just go, or whatnot? Or could we see basically something like where Chad and Mindy are, if they're going to basically stick around for the next few films, are you just keeping them around for the Kirby spinoff in hopes that the sisters can be brought in the Kirby spinoff? Because, I mean, he's talked about another universe. Well, as we know, there is rumblings that they want to do a Kirby Reed spinoff. And given how we've seen Scream 6 end, with Kirby telling Samantha and them, if you ever need me, you call me.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, they could try to fit those 2 things in.
Yeah.
Maybe fit it to where we finish the core 4 storyline within that spinoff, and then we focus on Kirby beyond that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, bro, I mean, when he said that, I was just like, ooh, wow, this may not be it for the twins. He might have other plans for them. So we'll see, man.
Leaving that door open a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if one of them had to go, I definitely would want Mindy to go.
Right.
Because I kind of, here's the thing. It's like, okay, Mindy, okay, I want somebody new to give the rules. I want a new rule person. You know, like give me somebody that, because I mean, she was good in 5, but like she was okay in 5, but like 6, I mean, it was just kind of over the top, and it felt it didn't feel right. It felt like a plugged in scene. You know what I mean? Like, felt like, oh, we forgot to do this, and let's do this part right here where we got all the characters together, and we didn't do this. You know, and it didn't even really feel like they were on a campus in a lot of sense. You know, but But yeah, I think that's a great conversation to have, especially if they're all like riding together and Gail's, news van down there. Man, I hope it's hidden, man. But wouldn't it be cool if Joel's like the 4th one in that news van? Like, man, that would be. And we could only wish, because what's the actor's name? Because he is down to come back. Yeah, Dwayne Martin. He's tweeted before that he's down to come back. So,
you know what the fans look like.
Yep, DJ's in the house. Go DJ. That's my DJ. What's up, DJ Plays Favorite? Good to see you.
Let me get back to the chat and see if there's any more movies that came in.
Oh yes. DJ, that's we had a goal for super chats, and you get to also it extends the stream, and you also get to throw in the bucket of a list of movies that we're going to spin the wheel at the end of this stream. We are going to be going on for at least another about hour and 15 minutes, so you still have time to throw in your own movie if you want to. So yeah, that's what that's about. Just trying something different. Want to get everybody involved and participating and stuff. We got Jamie over here just throwing in she's always positive vibes. Always. Let me ask you this. Here's something, and I'm going to get back to the chat in just a second. Here's something that was brought up a couple of times, and I don't know how you feel about it, but what if Stu is actually good and is trying to help this time catch the killer. How do you feel about that? Like, he was radicalized. He never really, what if he went on as like, he didn't really kill anybody. Billy did all the killing. He felt peer pressure, like you said. Oh, you're having an episode. I need a doctor.
Bro. Oh, bro, man. If they do that shit, I will be so disappointed. You cannot have this monumental moment of doing something for the first time in a Scream franchise, which is bringing a dead killer back to life, but not just any dead killer. The dead killer that we always have fought for to be brought back, to be revealed alive. If you do this in a way that he is a good guy now, I'm walking out. I'm walking out, bro. I'm sorry. It's just, to me, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, no, that is not Stu Macher. The best thing about Stu being a killer is he has no real intentions why he kills. He just kills, man.
Yeah.
If you fucking take that away, everything that we saw in Scream 1996 to this movie just goes to complete shit. And I can't do it, bro. I will lose it. I will lose it in that theater. I'm walking out, bro. I'm walking out, and I'm gonna still talk about, the movie and give my review and give my thoughts, but I might hide for a few days. Like, bro, I'm being serious, man. I'd be disappointed.
That got your blood boiling.
Bro, you can't, please. I see some people want that to happen, and I'm not knocking on that. Hey, you are more than entitled to your opinion and your own fresh ideas. You know what I mean? I think that's awesome if that's what you want to see. You know what I mean? For me personally, I can't get down with that, bro. I can't boogie to that. No, good guy Stu Macher. We need bad Stu, but we don't just need bad Stu. We need an elevated bad Stu. You know what I mean? I will always refer to this interview that Mason Gooding had at the beginning of the year when talking about Scream 7 and being asked about Matthew Lillard and Scott Foley's role in this movie. Mm-hmm. And he specifically said that if in Scream, go back to Scream 1 and watch that movie. When you really look at Stu's performance, his character is grounded. What they are going to do with him in this movie is basically going to be next level. That tells me it's going to be balls to the wall. Stu is out for revenge. He is going to be coming to gut some motherfuckers up. And that's what I want to see. Do not make him a good guy, please. You can make him the fun-loving Stu with the, kind of goofy taglines and the goofy mannerisms. Give me that still. But I want to see a more violent, a more vicious, a more pissed off Stu Macher, because he should be pissed off. Why? Because he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He doesn't get the fame that Billy Loomis gets. You know what I mean? If you have him be a good guy, then having Ghostface get mad at Tara when she doesn't remember who Stu is means nothing. You know what I mean? Like, no. We need an elevated, crazy fucking Stu Macher, and that's what I want.
Yep. Dom?
Yeah.
Are you sitting on the toilet?
No, I'm over here, just chilling.
Did I bust you out? Like, hey, man.
No. I'm not actually. I'm not
you
actually.
seen that video sitting on a toilet?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
So you said that. What are your thoughts on Stu being a good guy? Is that
yeah? What if he was the good guy trying to help Sydney? Like my idea is like, and I'm not saying I want this. I just wanted to kind of kind of twist the knife a little bit, tonight. Having like that moment that Sydney had with Cotton Weary, like she sees him and then we have to like grow to like Stu as a good guy now. Like what if they did something like that with the character?
I think that just I don't want to for me personally, I don't want to see that. Because I feel like Stu deserves his shine. He deserves his spotlight as a legendary, iconic Ghostface killer.
Yeah.
So I feel like Kim being a good guy in this just takes that away from him, and he turns into kind of like a sort of Billy Loomis type of character. Like Billy was kind of like the good guy in Scream 5 and Scream 6.
Oh yeah, yeah, kind of like yeah, nah.
So I don't want to see that for Stu. I want to see Stu to be the ultimate bad guy that we never saw coming,
Okay.
and somebody that is very skillful and masterful in his planning, and he's been involved in all these movies leading up to Scream 7 and Scream 8. And I think that would be the icing on the cake for Stu as a character, is seeing
Yeah.
his full potential as the Ghostface killer.
Yeah, it would take away from more than it would give. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just kind of mess with y'all on that. Stella G says Sydney did say in 5 that she was trying to get a run in before taking the girls to the school. I took it for granted that there was at least one older child at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Me too.
I didn't catch that. I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. She did say it like plural. Like, okay. I don't know why in my head I thought it was like one of those double strollers, but I don't think it was. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It was wide enough, in my opinion, to where you could fit 2.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Yeah, it wasn't a small one. It was a wide one, bro. Like there was definitely 2 kids in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, the original plan when they were going to introduce Sydney's kids in Scream 6 was that she had 3 kids, 2 younger ones and an older one. And I think that they're still going to keep that intact. Tatum, though, being the older one, is just going to be the main focus.
Yeah. And I think that's what's going to be one of our openings, is somebody that's going to be close to Tatum. For sure.
I can agree with that.
I think that's how we kick it off, and I think maybe like that's going to send them to where school's out or whatever, and get her mom involved and all that kind of stuff,
Right.
Val says if Sid's daughter is around 16 and 7, wouldn't that mean she would have to been born around the time of Scream 4? That's a good, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what's your thoughts, man?
That's
like you already got something thinking.
As soon as I saw what Guy said about the whole 2+ year time jump, and I said, okay, if they are going to base this film in 2026, the immediate thought in my mind was, okay, the rumors are that Tatum's going to be 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So that means she would have been born in at least 2010.
Yeah.
Scream 4 happened in 2011. So what I think it happened, if that is true, let's say Tatum is 16 years old in this movie and she was born in 2010.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, oh, well, that don't make sense for a couple reasons. We didn't see a wedding band or an engagement ring on Sydney's finger in Scream 4. And it was even implied by Rebecca that Sydney doesn't get laid or whatever.
Mm.
Well, how you can combat that comment, in my opinion, and how you can write the fact that Sydney didn't have a wedding band or an engagement ring on is that maybe if she was with Mark all this time, they had Tatum before they even got married.
Okay.
Or because, remember, and even Nev said this last year, the idea is to somewhat mirror Laurie Strode from Halloween 2018. What if Sydney had Tatum to somebody completely different, and that's not Mark's daughter? There's been a lot of things going around that Tatum's last name is going to be Prescott. If that is the truth, if her name is Tatum Prescott, you can make the argument that Mark is not her dad. That's why she doesn't have his last name. And whoever her dad was, Sydney must have had a falling out, a failed relationship with that person, which is why she gave her daughter her last name. What happened in Halloween 2018 with Laurie? They mentioned multiple failed marriages. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, if Tatum, holy shit. Good Lord.
Potato.
If Tatum, if she is 16 in this movie, that creates an interesting dynamic because that tells you that Sydney had her in 2010. And for people who say, well, what about what Rebecca said? That just comes to show that Rebecca didn't know Sydney as well as she thought she did. She was her fucking publicist. She was just trying to help her sell a book and get money off of Sydney. She doesn't have to know Sydney had a child. Right. You know what I mean? So I think that is going to be one of the more interesting dynamics going into this movie when we get more details is how old is Tatum in this movie? And what is her last name? Because in my opinion, if her last name is not Evans, Mark might not be her dad.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah. And I wonder if you could go back and I wonder who it would be. Like, I guess they'd just leave it up for a mystery or.
Yeah, just like they did with Laurie Strode. You know what I mean? Basically, we don't know who all her ex-husbands was, you know, who all her past relationships were and stuff like that, you know, and maybe, remember I talked about this before, Destin, maybe that's kind of the friction on top of Sydney being an overbearing parent that mirrors Laurie Strode in Halloween H2O because Kevin Williamson wrote that, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And remember, Laurie Strode in Halloween H2O, when John mentions his dad, she speaks about the dad negatively.
Yeah.
You see something like that happen with Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see it. Oracle says, damn, all you guys are on tonight. Here I am winding down my shift. I'm going to join in the chat. Come on, man.
That's right.
Good to see you. Is Angus streaming anywhere? I love that movie. We got to watch Angus, man. I want you to see it too. One of my favorite 90s movies. George C. Scott's in it too. I don't know, Paula. I own the movie, but I don't know. We will find out for you. We'll have to Google that one. What's up, Dom?
Update on Flat. He's not going to be coming back to the panel today.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know what's going on after.
Yeah, we'll talk backstage. Because I messaged him too.
Yep. Let's see here. You guys ready for the weekend? Okay, y'all are talking amongst each other. It's Run Wild with Maniac. All right, I'm going to kind of skip through. Oh, look, we got Eric, Bearded Entertainment in the house. We got to get him on some Scream Talk, too. Go ahead, do your one. Do your one. That's his call. Good, I miss Chris Farley. I do, too, man. Chris Farley was the best. Yes, he is. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up a little bit.
Real quick with Angus, YouTube TV with a premium subscription, YouTube for $3.99, Fandango at home for $3.99, Amazon Prime Video for $3.99. You can also watch it on Roku if you have a Roku TV or on Roku.com for free.
Nice. Definitely a good watch. Definitely a good watch. I love that movie. Val says they better up the character arc on Gail again this time around. She was so bland and sick. And yeah, that's one thing. Like, man, she wasn't very likable. And they tried to like bring her back, you know, like whenever we got the shrine scene and all that kind of stuff. And it just like, it's like, no, you done burned us too many times. Like, what do y'all think about that? You think y'all want like a big arc with her this time around?
With Gail,
yeah,
I think so. Like, I think if we get the full circle of Gail coming back and redeeming herself, then sure, that's fine. But I don't want her to be the same way she was in 6. You know?
Yeah. Let us like her again before you kill her off. What about you, Marcus? You want her to be mean, or do you want her to have like this big arc?
I want her to fucking die at this point. Like, listen, I want Gail to have an arc. I do kind of want her to kind of go off on a good note and stuff. I just don't know if Courtney's capable of allowing the character to be that way. Gail is who she is. And in so many ways, that is what makes her character. You know what I mean? No matter how good she tries to be, she can't help herself but make these books and talk about Ghostface because that is her existence. Without Ghostface, and you've seen it in Scream 4, she literally has nothing to talk about.
Right.
So now, if you give her something else to talk about, like Destin that you pitched, maybe she finally wrote that book about Dewey.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're cooking. You know what I mean? Now we're getting somewhere in regards to us liking this character again. And then we keep building upon that, especially if she sacrifices herself for somebody else.
Yeah.
I just don't know, man, because we got to take into account that she's going to be rivaling with Mark Consuelos's character, whose name is Robbie Rivers in this film, another fellow reporter. And the rumors is that they have a rivalry and that basically Robbie has a beef with Gail. Well, what is that beef over? What did fucking Gail do this time? You know what I mean? So that kind of makes me feel like we're going to kind of get somewhat of the same old Gail to where we see glimpses of good in her. But at the end of the day, Gail is going to do Gail. You know what I mean? And I do hope for a better character arc. I'm just not hopeful of it. We'll see. But like I said before, man, I don't even know if she's going to die in this movie. Now, I am convinced that if we're going to kill any of these legacy characters off, like Gail, like Chad, Mindy, if they do decide to kill them off or whatever, they're going to save it for Scream 8, unless Pine Grove, Indiana is a fictional town set within the film itself, like I mentioned earlier. And wherever we are really located at is close to Woodsboro. Because if that is the case, then I can see bodies dropping because they're so close to home. Because in my opinion, if any of these characters, I don't even say really Chad and Mindy, but I guess because they are from Woodsboro, if Gail gets killed off, if Chad gets killed off, if Mindy gets killed off, I would want to see it in Woodsboro because of the legacy for all their characters that Woodsboro has, especially for Gail, because what would be a more anticlimactic way for Gail to die in a place where she hated the most? You know what I mean? That would be crazy because Gail hates Woodsboro. Remember what she said to Dewey? I can't live there. You know, 1 year in Woodsboro is like 7 anywhere else. It's like dog years. You know what I mean? She hated living in Woodsboro. Imagine getting killed in Woodsboro. And that's where it all began. So I don't know, man. I just feel like they're going to have Gail do Gail, maybe with Kevin Williamson behind, tweaking the pen a little bit. He decides to make Gail a likable character again. But think about this. Did he start off with her being a likable character?
Nope.
See?
He really
You know
didn't.
what I mean?
No.
I mean, you could say maybe at the end of Scream 1 when she came in to save the day, but once we get to Scream 2, we know why she saved the day, so she can get her story.
Right.
So she can get her fame. So we'll see, man. Hopefully they do. I'm with Val. I want that for the character. I'm just not optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I want the arc. I want her to I want us to like her again, but then I wanted them to I don't want her to go out whenever we don't like her. It's going to be like, damn, yeah, she deserved to die. I don't want one of those assholes that get killed. I want it to be like, dang, you made us like her again, and then you took her away. But she did right her wrongs, with the Book of Dewey and her way, and she chose not to go after anything else. So, but yeah. And yeah, Doc B, welcome to the stream. Scream 6 chase scene was pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. It's a highlight of the movie. Honestly, when you think back at Scream 6, it's the first thing that I really remember. It's really the memorable scene of the movie. Maybe it's because there's a lot of marketing around it too. Paula said, "What do you think of Busick's comments?" Yeah, we've been talking about it all night, Paula. Yeah. Oh, you're good, Cody. No worries. No worries. No worries at all. They're so close. Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer go hand in hand. They're like boyfriend and girlfriend. Quentin Gilmore is in the house. What's up, Quentin? Welcome to the party. Hope you're doing well. Horror Queen said Friday night turn up. That's right. That's what you do. Friday night scream talk. Hell yeah.
Hey, Destin, let me ask you something real quick, buddy. When you star a comment, if you don't take the star off, does it like stick with your super chats?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I didn't want, if Stella sent in a super chat, I didn't want it to like go unmissed or something like that because I didn't see anything next to it or whatnot.
Oh no, dude. No, yeah. That's just how it is. I've learned that to do that, especially because I'll you know how it jumps?
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah. That's a good way to get back to where you were. So yeah, I kind of make it a habit. Sometimes I forget to do it, but yeah, that's what I try to do. Val says Stu is going to be a flashback in 7 with Roman planning Marine's murder. Wow. Now this is something that like really stirs it here. Stu is going to be a flashback in 7 with Roman planning the Marine's murder. Now that's a way we could open this movie, or we could just have a flashback, later on in the movie. We could have a flashback anywhere. I like this idea. I like the idea of like de-aging Stumacher, Roman, and Billy, and then them like, like it opening up and it kind of confusing us. Don't give us a timeline or anything. We learn through what is going on. We hear Marine checking into like a hotel or something like that, or going about her day and coming home and some guy coming over and Sydney like hiding in a room, a younger Sydney. I don't know how you would do it, but like I really do want to see Roman and Stu and Billy planning this all together. What do you think, Marcus?
I'd be down to see that. I think that would be cool. I mean, it would also, be a cool way to kind of getting away from people who actually want to see the murder play out. I'm not saying I don't want to see the murder play out, but I don't want to see other stuff that happened within that room. And you know what I'm talking about and stuff. So yeah, that would be cool to see them planning Marine's murder because also, once again, that shows that Roman was the one planting the seeds, showing not only Billy, but Stu as well, how to be a mastermind.
Right.
Which would explain, if my theory, that Roman was there the night of 96, he's the one who helped Stu survive, fake his death, got him up out of there, maybe paid for his stuff because, Roman was a fucking baller. He had money and stuff like that. And that in Scream 3, Stu was the one actually helping Roman, which is why Roman had his house on the set of Stab 3. He was going to do something with that. Like, I want this all to tie in together. And I feel like starting off with Stu planning Marine's death with Roman and Billy, I think that's a perfect way to tie all that in.
Yeah, I do too. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I think having it to tie in to the whole thing where in like the beginning, right? Before Scream, before that story starts, we see the planning of the murder Marine with Roman and Billy and Stu, right?
Yeah.
So if we see that and we get that in the beginning and then we get some more context of like what really happened during that moment, and saying like we get to see whose intentions were there, like how did they plan it out, how did they do it. Obviously I don't want to see the murder, I just want it to be implied and maybe hear like sound effects and like zoom out of that house and you hear the screaming and all that, and then it cuts to the title card, Scream 7, so
yeah,
I think it'd be cool to see the flashback, just to see that, so we get reminded of like, okay, this has always been about Sydney and Marine, So it's always been about them, and it's gonna end with them. You know, hopefully by Scream 8.
Yeah, I do too, man. King Matthew III says Stu's obviously been the Ghostface in 5 killing, and in 5 killing Dewey, and following Gale to New York in 6, attacking Gale. So I definitely think he'll reveal himself in 7 to Sydney and Gale. I do too. If not in 7, definitely 8, and he'll be hinted at in 7. Paula says Cape Fear with Wahlberg, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Stepfather remake, Prom Night remake. When Stranger Call, I think of the boatload more. Yeah, great movies, all great movies. Still says that gets my vote. Hell yeah. All right, let me try to catch up on the chat. I'm going to try to skip down. If I missed your comment, I am sorry. I try to give everyone their shine, but we are going over 2 hours now, and we still got to spin the wheel at the end of this and what we're going to watch this weekend. Oracle says, when I think of it being set in Indiana, what fictionally, I actually live right next door to Indiana. Oh, okay. So yeah, you feel like it is fictional. Okay. Oracle says, I'm surprised I haven't seen any ghost faces here in Illinois yet. Wow. Right? King Matthew III says, I know this is Destin's least favorite ghost face, but since Kirby returned in Scream 6, do you think Charlie could return? Return in post-credit of Scream 7 to fight Kirby in Scream 8. Oh, like, okay, I'm okay with that. Like a post-credit scene, and we see Charlie and like bring back Kirby, and then you make this whole thing about Charlie and Kirby, like building back up to them. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Or yeah, if you went off on like a when they if they are still doing the Kirby spin-off series, that'd be kind of cool if that was the ultimate ghost face that she has to face is Charlie in that show. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that. Well, Marcus, you got anything to add here? I know this is your boy.
Mm-hmm. You know I do. So I'm not against the idea of the whole Kirby spinoff, you know, kind of Charlie being the the boss of, the Ghostface she's got to battle, the final boss, if you will. However, I do worry if they do that, would bringing a dead killer back actually alive become repetitive, because we have already seen it if they do bring Stu back. What I would like to see, especially if Kirby is going to be a surprise, a surprise in this movie at some point or whatnot. I've always said it, Destin, you know this. I would love to see Charlie Walker and Stu Macher working together. I think it's perfect. He's the perfect wingman for Stu to have, because he's the guy who actually brought us into the new age. Charlie did. He was the idea man. He was the one who knew that where society was heading all the way back then. He knew in order to immortalize Ghostface forever, you post this shit on the internet, because there are people who are going to watch this, whether they're going to watch it in fear and terror or whether they're going to be supportive of it. This is how a cult of Ghostface starts. You know what I mean? So I would love to see it. And again, talking about a first time in Scream history, we talk about bringing back a dead killer alive. What about instead of 1, we get 2? You know what I mean? Like one time only. One time only. If you're going to do it, it's the perfect time to do it, because it's a legacy sequel. It's a full legacy sequel. It ain't some bitch ass shit like Scream 2022. It's not. You know what I mean? And I'm not trashing on those newer characters. I love the core 4.
Yeah.
But you have Matthew Lillard, you have Scott Foley, you have David Arquette, you have Courtney Cox, you have Nev Campbell, possibly Skeet Ulrich, possibly Emma Roberts. If you are going to go all in on this legacy sequel, and if you're going to bring back dead killers for real, like alive, I can't think of a better killer to bring back for what we are going to be doing with AI technology, the internet, deep fake, and all that stuff than Charlie Walker being Stu's right-hand man. Now, would I like to see them be revealed together? Sure. But what if Charlie gets revealed first as a way to set up Stu? You know what I mean? I think that would be another cool way to go about that idea. You know, everybody's thinking, oh, it ends with Charlie, you know, and plus a lot of people who don't like Charlie would be like, man, that was it. No, that's not it. Charlie is the setup point. He's the linchpin to us getting to Stu being revealed alive, possibly in the 8th movie. You know what I mean? So, bro, you know it. If they're going to do something like that, to me, this is the perfect time to do it, since we are going to be incorporating AI and deepfake. This guy knew his shit. He knew where the world was heading, far beyond everybody else. So it'd be perfect wingman, especially because, again, going back to what was said in Scream 5, Stu wasn't really caught up with the times. If you have somebody like that by his side to kind of educate him on how the new age works, Charlie's the perfect guy, man. Like, I would love to see it happen. Do I think it's unlikely? Yes. Do I think that he will be in this movie? Yes. I think every single killer in some shape, way, or form, whether it's most likely AI in regards to killers like Charlie, killers like Mickey and Mrs. Loomis and Richie and Amber and the Baileys, I think all of them would be basically AI incorporated. But killer, obviously Billy too, but maybe killers like Stu and Roman, outside of Stu being revealed actually alive, they will actually have flashbacks element. I'll even add Billy to that too. You know what I mean? Because of the whole originality aspect of it between him, Roman, and Stu and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I do think that we are going to see every single Ghostface killer in this movie. I really wish that they would give us 2 for 1. Give us the 2 for 1 special. One time fucking only. 2 dead killers come back to life to wreak havoc against Sydney. And if you do have Kirby be a surprise in this movie, and let's say she's in it for like 15, 20 minutes. Perfect.
You could even have Ghostface go, buy one, get one free. Like,
right?
It's BOGO, Sid.
And real quick, this would also be a great idea to kind of not only refresh the audience on Charlie Walker, but show a more mature Charlie Walker, to where maybe he's more menacing, he's more believable, to where people who don't like him too much, like yourself, might be like, okay, you know what? I didn't like that version of Charlie in Scream 4 when he was young, but I like adult Charlie.
Right.
2 completely different aspects, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I can only dream, Destin.
Yeah. What about you, Dom? Dom.
Yeah. I agree with Marcus, man. Just if they just reveal Charlie first and get us to set that up for Stu's reveal, I think that would be perfect, because it shows like the audience like who are I don't know how big of a fan base Charlie has, you know, but if the majority shoulder me. Yeah, if you have those majorities that don't like Charlie as a killer, they'll be probably like, but maybe if they redeem Charlie in a way where it's like, okay, I kind of like him now in this movie than I did in Scream 4. Like, I liked him when he was Ghostface killing people in Scream 4, but I didn't like his reveal in Scream 4. Then they might like his reveal in Scream 7 or Scream 8, you know? So I think that will maybe help get people back into the saddle of Charlie that don't like him already. But those who love him already, they got all the candy and all the munching going on all around, because they love Charlie.
Right, man.
They're supporting it.
And I will also add this. It would be a great way, if we're going in this direction with possibly tying in Stu to every single film after the first one, it would be a great way to tie him into Charlie and Jill possibly being the first members of the Stu Macher cult. Because remember, Scream 3, the original concept, the Woodsboro Cinema Club was supposed to be the ones to help Stu. And they ended up bringing that in to Scream 4. Tie all that shit in. Bro, we could have something really, really special, in my opinion.
I think so.
I agree.
I really think so. Quentin Gilmore says Stu is at his old house. Hell yeah, that's where I want to see him. Love to see Stu back at his old house. Quentin even said his bedroom light was on at the end of Scream 5. Ooh, I have to go back and watch it. Not sure.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That'd be kind of a cool little Easter egg.
Right.
Val says, which is kind of weird to say because over the last few months they stopped using the house as an Airbnb. Oh yeah. So maybe they're filming it or something. Did I miss this or did I get this to Shannon? Did I get Shannon's?
I don't think so. I think you might have missed it. But I got her movie. She did pick her movie. She had this one earlier. She said she super chatted earlier. I remember the message in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry, Shannon. I thank you so much. There were so many like back to back right there. It kind of got away from me. So yes, thank you so much, Shannon. Much appreciated. We are going to be spinning the wheel here in a little bit. We'll probably, go about another 15 minutes, and then we'll move over to spinning the wheel and kind of ending it for the night because that's going to cause some discussion, and we'll do some closing out there. But yes, this did extend the stream, so thank you for letting us hit our goal. And looking forward to the watch party and be a part of Scream Talk every Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. Already got all the streams up, so go and hit the notify me button. Shannon, because I forgot about her, I have to let her have something special, and it might just have to be a little bit this.
It's my pleasure. But what a nice young man to offer. Let me give you a little pinch there. Come on.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh. You know, a lot of people are kind of intimidated about making a turkey, but really it's very simple. You just have to know the anatomy of a turkey, and it's got over here just the tiniest little stink hole, but it's big enough to get your hand right up inside it. Stuff the shit out of it. I cook it with all the giblets, the penises and the ginies. And now a lot of people like to baste their turkeys, but I use this. I lick like that and get into the little hiney hole. That's nice and good. I don't know what the hell that is, but I lick it anyway. Up and down. And then I like to stick that right on there. And I got one of these. Gonna pull that off and bam! That just kicks it up a little bit. All right, I think that's almost ready now. And then we bring it to the table. Good.
The shit out of it.
Yeah.
Tim's face in that entire scene says it all.
I don't know what this is, but I like it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's hilarious. It is.
Oh man, good stuff.
It is. It's great. It's really great. I just have to do it one more time, though. Thank you again, Shannon. Hell yeah. Let's see here. You already got her movie, so let's keep going. Where the hell was I now? See how this thing jumps on me here? I don't even know. I didn't mark it this time. Looking for it. Sorry. I will find you. Oh, here we are. Thank you. Yeah, Shannon. Absolutely. We got Casper Eye Socket. Stu's robe is sick. Well, thank you, Casper, the friendly ghost. Not Ghostface, but the friendliest ghost. Thank you. Good to see you here. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon's so awesome. I feel so bad for missing her super chat. We'll do then smoke weed on the stream. No. Let's see here. Talking Star Wars says, I'm calling it now. Anna is a ghost face, maybe Stu's sister or a secret girlfriend of Stu's. But Sid doesn't know. It's similar to Sid not knowing Judy and Thor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there with you, Shannon. I think you're onto something. I think great minds think alike for sure. Val says we need Marine in some way in 7 and 8. She is the reason we have the Scream universe in the first place, and if it mirrors Scream 3, we will go back to the beginning and find out something we never knew. There you go. Yeah, I wonder if we'll find any more videos. Like, it'd be cool if like Dewey has a video, you know, like Randy did in Scream 3. You know, like if you're seeing this video, you know, like maybe he left it for Gail at their old house or something, you know, or well, no, he didn't live in the house anymore. He was in a trailer, but maybe it's there, you know, and she comes across it and she plays it, you know, and that's where he gets to tell her he loves her and all that stuff. Ooh, it'd be heartbreaking. They're gonna pull. I feel like they're gonna be really sentimental on this one. King Matthew III said also if Scream 7 mirrors Scream 3, do you guys think Sydney may die? Because I had seen a leaked script for Scream 3 that Sydney was supposed to die in 3. That was with the Stu script, and it didn't happen. No, I don't think so. I think Sydney won't ever come back if her character dies. I think that takes away from her. And I don't think Kevin Williamson will write it that way ever. What do you about y'all? Y'all think that Sydney has a possibility of dying?
No. Nev even said it out in public. That's not happening. She can never die. So I'd put it this way. They'd have to throw the bag at Nev and then some to get her to agree to that, in my opinion. So, and I don't think the studio would be willing to give her almost triple just to have her character die. So, and I personally wouldn't want to see that. I truly want to see Sydney have her happy ending. I mean, we were supposed to see it happen at the end of Scream 3. Obviously, we got more movies with her in it. Obviously, there's more stories to tell. Even Nev even said that herself. So let's tell these stories with her. And then let's really let Sydney ride off into the sunset and give her proper ending the way that she deserves.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Don't ever kill my girl. Don't ever kill my girl. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I don't think they should kill her. I think they should send her off on a good note. And just have her, you know, defeat Stu, defeat the last person that truly wants her dead, and she moves on with her life, with her family and all that stuff. And then we get another Ghostface attack, but this Ghostface attack has nothing to do with Sydney. It's something to do with someone else, some other part of the country or other part of the world. And then we follow that story.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Shannon says we should see Death Count. It's like Saw. Okay, I'll have to keep that on my radar. I've never even heard of it.
That's the movie she picked for her super chat.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
I got you. I got every single one of them written down.
All right, awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yep.
And yes, Paula, you did have a lot of great suggestions. Alley Girl's in the house. Hello. Hey, Destin. What's up, Alley Girl? Hope all is well. Welcome to the party. Good to have you a part of the community and hang out for a little bit. Stick around. Let's see here. Sharon said, I'd say from Freaky from... Oh, okay, Shade. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Thank you again, Val, for the love. Go subscribe to everybody that's on this panel. They are amazing. If you like my content, you're going to love theirs. And please hit that like button. It's such... Just stab it. Just give it a little stab it.
Destin, you're kind of muffled a little bit on my end.
I'm muffled? You can't hear me? Maybe
now I can hear you.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. You're good.
Talking Star Wars. But what would be the motive to kill Sid's husband? Closer to Sid, or he's too close to uncovering the identity? The motive, I don't think you really need one. I think it just because it's someone to torment Sid about. Like, it's just somebody in the way, and it's not about killing him. It's about how it's gonna affect Sydney. That's what I think. Stella G says, I don't want Sydney to suffer any more loss. I know, I feel that. I feel that. Val says, with no McDreamy, kill Mark off ASAP. Damn, Val!
I saw that earlier and I geeked, bro. I was like, yo, that's classic. I feel that. I do feel that, but I want Mark to stick around just a little bit. I want us to at least get to like him a little bit. You know what I mean? Before they decide to have him die.
Yeah, for sure. Jeez. Damn, Val, you're so mean. But yeah, I feel that. He's got to go. Because if they tried to make him like a Dewey ripoff or something, I'm not. That's not going to sit well. No one's ever going to amount to Dewey.
Right.
King Matthew III says, if it was Patrick Dempsey, I wouldn't mind Mark being the opening kill, but since it's Joel McHale, I say maybe one of Sydney's kids die instead. No, oh man. I don't know if I want one of Sydney's kids to die. I just, oh man, that's like the worst as a dad, as a single dad. That's one thing I never want to experience is a child loss. Like, that's got to be the most ultimate heartbreak ever. You know, I would rather go before my kids, and I don't want to see Sydney go through that level of heartbreak, to be honest.
Right.
And honestly, if they're young kids and stuff, I definitely don't want Isabel May to die. And if the younger ones are there, no, don't kill any of those. Ooh, that's going dark, man. That's going real dark.
Real dark.
Stella G says, I want to see a fight scene between Mark and Ghostface only because Joel has been trained in knife fighting.
Ooh.
That would be sweet. What if he says he's gonna put on a big wall? Yeah, man. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be sick. Honestly, I think that would really, especially because he most likely is going to lose that fight. For Joel to implement his trained knife fighting in that scene, that would be a sick ass fight scene, real quick, man. And that would really, in my opinion, elevate Mark's character to a likable character, especially if it's to defend his family.
Yeah. And one thing, one kind of death scene I don't want for his character, I do want him to go out with a bang a little bit. A little bit of an arc, maybe just a little bit, because we did get to know him a little bit. I don't want him to go out like Jill's mom. I did not like Jill's mom's kill.
Right.
Real quick, real simple, one and done, and that was it. Right. I don't want him getting killed simple like that. I want him to be the protector and be in between Sydney and Ghostface, and he's slowing Ghostface down so Ghostface can't get to him. He's kind of brave in a way. So yeah. Val's just twisting the knife.
Yep.
Paula has a theory. Maybe Chad and Mindy will be the leads if they survive Scream 7 for Scream 8. Huh. Maybe they'll take more of a lead in Scream 8 than 7. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, since maybe if a lot of Isabel May's characters friends Cass gets killed, then you got a lot of you got the core, you got 2 of the core 4, you got Chad and Mindy, you got Gil, you got Isabel May, and you got Sydney. So we got 5. And maybe that's who's left standing, and maybe that's who we follow in the next one and have a big climactic ending. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah.
Stella, if Stu is good, I'm walking out of the theater. Yep. Come on, man.
Thank you, Stella. Yes.
It's just pure pressure. That's all it is. It's all pure pressure, man. He already said it. Give Stu a shot. WWJD. What would Jesus do? Forgive. No? Okay. No. I'm kidding. Shannon says, y'all should watch Death Count. It's like Saw, but okay, well, it's definitely on the list. Thank you for the recommendation. Alley Girl says Scream fans would lose their minds. There would be riots in the streets.
Damn right.
There would. I mean, you thought that chicken jockey thing for the Minecraft movie, all the kids going crazy when they heard. Have y'all seen those videos? The kids went crazy in the theater, like destroyed it.
Yep.
When they said chicken, my son was saying that. He goes, chicken jockey. And I'm like, son, I don't even know what you're talking about. Hell yeah. There'll be riots in the theater. Yes, we did, Paula. Yes, we did. An MJ Innocent Podcast is there. Hello, what's your favorite scary movie?
Stop the madness.
Mama say, mama, stop.
Let's go.
I'm gonna scream.
Oh shit.
Marcus, what's your favorite scary movie, man?
Halloween, man. Halloween. Scream is a close second. It is a really close second. But I love my Michael Myers, and y'all know I love my Dr. Loomis. You know, that is one of the franchises to where, yes, we focused on the Final Girl and Laurie Strode, but when you really think about the first 5 films, well, 4, because, you know, Halloween 3 doesn't count, it was just as much about Dr. Loomis, even more so than Laurie Strode. It was about his rivalry with Michael, his obsession with Michael, this entity that has taken the form of a human vessel that is the symbolism of nothing, that is the symbolism of everything wrong with Halloween, that is essentially the definition of the fucking boogeyman. That's my guy, man. And I will ride with him until there's nothing left here for me in this world. That's my guy.
Well, there you have it. Yeah. Dom, what's your favorite scary movie?
Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
But Jason was just a big old pussy.
Right?
That I don't count.
The best part was when Freddy's glove came up.
That was a really good one. But yeah. I Jason's my guy. I would say a close second to my favorite scary movie is Jason Lives.
That's a great one.
That's my second favorite, but my first is definitely Jason Goes to Hell. Jason's my guy. He's the underdog in the fight between the two top mega slashers, that is Michael and Freddy. I think he's definitely like a killer that has a very sympathetic background, but is just so brutal and so menacing and so like just scary in terms of like his demeanors and all that stuff, like especially when Kane plays him and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's just he's up there for me, you know, along with Michael and Freddy, you know, just in terms of like cool badass killers, you know.
Yeah. If I mean, Scream's a given for me. I just think that's just like, I mean, that just hit me at the right age. I saw it in the theater. I actually snuck in to go see it, and I was like, I got all the references because I was a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. So if it wasn't Scream, A Nightmare on Elm Street all the way. I'm a big Fred head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I really can't pick because like I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. I even love part 2. I love part 3. I love part 4 was the first one I'd ever saw. But man, I have to tell you, Wes Craven's New Nightmare was on another level. I saw that too, and man, I love that movie. That's a movie that's got a vibe, and that movie was ahead of its time. And New Nightmare crawled so Scream could walk, or other way around. So it's I said that right. New Nightmare walked, or New Nightmare walked so Scream could run. like it's just, man, I just love A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's so creative, and it's supernatural. It's got some really crazy visuals. There's so much you can do with it, and it's a scary character, you know, like just I don't know. Wes Craven, rest in peace to the GOAT. Hell yeah. I hope we answered your question, Michael.
Come on.
Shabata. Jamoli. Hell yeah. King Matthew III says, I have to leave the stream tonight because it's midnight where I live and I do have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Yeah, have a good night. We are going to be wrapping up. We are getting close to that time where we got to spin the wheel for movie night. So yes. And just whatever movie we land on, everybody, I just want you to know that your movies stay on the list. They will stay saved to the wheel so we can spin it again on the next stream and we'll just keep going on with it. And so yeah. So don't think that you know your movie's wasted or anything. I don't want you thinking that. Let's see here. We are getting ready to move on over to that. And thank you for helping us reach our goal and extend the stream because we've been going on for almost 3 hours.
Hell yeah!
And thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. Like it's been a good night.
Come on, bro. Like really?
Yeah.
Like, come on, and you don't even got to say thank you or nothing. You know, especially if I can make it, it's a given, man. Like, you know what time it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I ain't got nothing to do, I'm right here on Friday nights with you, brother. Like, so.
Thank you, man. Same here. Same here, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see here. MJ says Stu is a good guy. Would be shocking. I'm still shocked Billy had a daughter. Yeah, me too. Yeah, a little bit. I was thinking of Billie Jean's "Not My Son."
That's real as shit.
Yeah,
that is real as shit. Yup, I can see
Carpenter's "Not My Daughter."
Oh man, Christina says I am the one.
Hell yeah!
Oh man,
nice. See, we get a little crazy over here.
Hell yeah!
I wish Derek wasn't killed. Yeah, that was kind of a sad moment.
It was.
Yeah, I like Derek as a character. By the end of it, I was just like, man, see, Sydney's just been through it though. Sydney was a private person. Yes, she was. Considering everything that happened to her. Yep, absolutely.
I do want to add to that real quick because I've seen that earlier. But when you think about it, how private is she once she did her book? That basically put her in the public eye. Yeah. And it still could have her in the public eye because that book is, you know, it's on record. It's at bookstores. You know what I mean? So I heard this rumor that apparently, I don't think it's going to happen, but that Sydney is supposed to be using a fake name, kind of like, you know, Lori did in Halloween H2O. And I said, how the fuck would that make sense if she has this book? They would know who she is. You know what I mean? So I mean, I get it.
Wasn't her picture on the back of the book?
Yep. I get it. She is a private person. She's trying to live a private life, but she kind of fucked that up when she wrote that book.
Yeah.
You know?
I think she's going to live in like a gated community a little bit, you know.
I can see that.
Very few neighbors and being very secured, maybe a security guard at the gate and all that kind of stuff.
Well, real quick though, let's really, I don't think so though, because what was her whole book about? Coming out of the darkness. Stop the hiding. You know what I mean? So I don't really think Sydney is going to be private anymore like she was in Scream 3. You know what I mean? I think Sydney has gotten to the point where she has evolved in her life where she's trying to live a regular, normal life. Kind of like how we saw Laurie at the end of Halloween Ends. You know what I mean? Like she stopped letting the boogeyman dictate her life. I think we're going to see something like that from Sydney, but especially once these murders start happening and stuff like that, or maybe because, you know, the rumor is that, you know, Tatum's boyfriend is supposed to give her the creeps. This is what has Sydney start to be on high alert in regards to Ghostface being back and stuff like that. So I don't think she's going to be private anymore, though, bro. I think Sydney, and think about it, she owns a coffee shop, so she can't be that private.
There you go. That's true. That's true. Great point. Great point. Yeah. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, like I had to think about, bro. That slipped my mind for a second, like too.
But still is right. You would think she would be. Yeah. I forgot about this coffee shop for a minute. Stella says, I'm supposed to bake cookies for work tomorrow. I just looked at the time. It's almost 10:30. Yeah. Go bake you some go bake you some cookies and everything. I'll let you know if your movie wins, Stella. So I'll be in touch for sure. I hope she has an Instagram. Let's see here.
I think Stella does. I'm pretty sure I saw her follow me.
Okay. If not, I'll get in touch with her some way.
Right.
Let's see here, and then I'm going to skip over a little bit. Stella said one more time, Gail evolved over the years, but I do think Sydney and Dewey soften Gail. When they're not around, she's meh. Yep. Yeah, we still need that trio, man. I just feel like that was a good trio. I don't know how I feel about Charlie could come back. Yeah, I know. I know.
I know. It's not even that hard. It's really not. Well, we always talk about it. He didn't get shot in the head. You don't get the love tap in the head. Now people say, "Oh, he got stabbed in the heart." Well, really, did he get stabbed in the heart? Because last time I checked, the heart is in the dead center. Yes. Are there attachments to the hearts where he got stabbed? Sure. But there has been proven studies in real life to where somebody has gotten stabbed either directly in the heart or on the outer edge of it and still lived with no complications. So I'm sticking to my guns. If they wanted to bring my boy back, they could, and they could make it very, very believable.
Yeah. Charlie!
Bro. Come on, man.
I understand how amazing that would be, but bringing back dead characters doesn't make sense. Yeah. I hope it make. That's what I just want it to make sense. Shannon says, Dama Lama Ding Dong. Like my Shamalama Ding Dong. There we go. That's how we're going to bring on Dom from now on. Dama Lama Ding Dong. Dama Lama Ding Dong. Hell yeah. I had a feeling Charlie was Ghostface in Scream 4 because when Jill received the phone call in the car, it sounded like Charlie. Ghostface kind of sounded off to me a little bit in Scream 4. I don't know what it was. Like, it just kind of... I don't know. For me, I have to rewatch it. I wish I could have rewatched it on your channel the other night, man.
I think what it was for you, bro, because even rewatching it the other night and stuff, I feel like Ghostface was like really kind of over aggressive with the dialogue and stuff. And I feel like that was the first real time you kind of heard him like that. And you're used to Ghostface kind of being a little bit more slicker, a little more smoother with the dialogue and clever, I guess, and stuff. I'm not going to lie. When I rewatched it the other night, I'm just like, damn, I ain't going to lie. Some of this dialogue is really fucking aggressive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they sound like Ghostface really sounds angry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. We are fisting to go over to. I'm going to get to a little bit of this, but then we're going to switch over, guys, because we do have to call it here soon. Paula says the only way that for Ghostface to disappear while the cops were running after him is to climb up the side of Jill's house. Why didn't they look up to see her? Because they're rookies. Because they were honestly, I didn't like in Scream 4 how Ghostface disappeared so quickly in that hallway. I didn't really like that. I thought that was a little bit too he's like a ghost, you know, type of thing. And then they didn't even rush out the back, you know, whenever he was missing. They would have been rushing out, you know, trying to chase after him. I think, in my opinion, I'm just, you know. Stella says, "What would Jesus would walk out of the theater today?"
Oh, shit. That
was good.
Stella's badass. You're awesome. She used a fake name in Scream 3. Okay. We are going to switch over to the give me the list of movies, because we do have to spin this wheel while we still got people in the chat and before we call it a night. We got The Changeling, we got Saw, Saw. All right, go ahead.
We got Saw X and Saw from Oliver. Stella G, the Changeling. Jesus, that's so tongue-tying.
Changeling. Yeah.
Val with the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
A Troll with Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection.
Okay.
Shannon talking Star Wars, Death Count. And Shay Rants, Freaky from 2020.
Freaky. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see if I can share my screen. and make it work. Let me know if you can see it. All right, y'all got it? Can y'all see my screen? Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and spin this, and tomorrow night or Sunday night, what would be best for us to do a watch party this weekend? What works for y'all? What's a good schedule for y'all?
I would say probably Sunday, because I moved tomorrow's Halloween stream to tomorrow. I still gotta figure out a time. I'll probably try to go like in the afternoon, like between 4 and 6. And then also tomorrow night, probably I want to say somewhat on a late night around 10:30, but because it's the last day of May, I'm doing a members only watch party for Dr. Giggles. So Sunday would definitely be the best time.
Okay, Sunday it is. We'll pick Sunday.
Hold on. What time Sunday are you trying to have this?
I was thinking around same time, around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., something like that. Try to keep around the same time.
Because I also have to do, so I can do Fear Street before we do this. Yeah, I'll set the Fear Street stream for like 5, 6 o'clock my time in the evening or something.
Yeah. DJ, I see that. Yeah. Angus, we were talking about that earlier. This was for the super chats that came in earlier tonight. I don't know if you were in the chat or not at that time, but yes, Angus, it's going to be more horror focused, but Angus is going to have to be on a different channel, maybe Dom's or Flet's or something. But yeah, Angus is on the list, just not this one. Yeah, man, no worries.
Guys, also too, don't forget, we also have another watch party for the movie Friday on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll discuss that next stage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we'll figure it out, and then I will have it posted up. But let's go ahead and spin this, and then I'll schedule it up, and we'll figure it out. All right, 3, 2, 1. Where's it gonna go?
Holy shit!
Damn!
Holy shit! What do you know? What do you know? A troll won tonight.
A troll, you have one. Is he still in the chat? If not, we'll have to reach out to him. I'll reach out to him.
Right.
Nice. All right. H2O is the watch party for Sunday. I will get it scheduled up, and I will have it posted, and I will remind everybody. I'll reach out to a troll too, so he can attend it. But yes, great watch, man. We talked a lot about H2O tonight too. A lot of similarities of what Stream 7 could be. So it's really a great topic. It's really a great choice to talk about, man, because
it's only fitting. That's why I reacted the way I did, because we were kind of like talking about the similarities that Sydney's character could have between Halloween 2018 and Halloween H2O, since Kevin wrote that movie. So it seems like it was a little bit of fate.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And
everything that's on the list, I'm keeping it saved. I'm keeping it on the wheel, so you won't lose your place, and we will spin it again on Sunday
I still have
night.
the list.
So yeah,
and I still have the list with everybody's names in the movies they picked.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. But
no doubt.
Yep, H2O it is. Congrats, a troll. Thank you, Val. Thank you for the support and modding the channel. Thank you for all the mods that came in and out tonight. Val, I always count on you, the general. # digital bouncer. Kicking trolls' asses one stream at a time. Oh yeah. I just always got to do it, man. Always got to do it.
Hell yes.
Love me some H2O. Yes. Me too. It's going to be a great watch. And go sub to everybody that's on this panel, even Kyle that was here earlier that couldn't come back. Dom, Alama Ding Dong. Go sub to him. And my boy Marcus.
I think Dom is catching on with it. I think he likes it. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like a part we should do is make a video basically like a song of that or whatever with like party music, techno in the background and shit.
Yeah.
And Dom just like, you know what I mean? Like,
The dum
hell
dum,
yeah.
dum ding dong.
Let's go.
Ding dong dong dong.
There you go. Hell yeah. Maybe you'll be on the toilet again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. But yeah, Val, we love you too, to the moon and back. You already know. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate that. I love all of y'all. Y'all have been awesome. We've had a great crowd. Great Scream Talk tonight. Be a part of Scream Talk again next Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. I'm sure we'll have something special to talk about. There's always something special to talk about. And I like just hanging out with everybody, man. This is a long time coming. So I'm glad we're back in the full swing of stuff. And be a part of H2O Sunday night. I will have it scheduled up, and I'll reach out to a troll. Anything y'all want to add? Anything y'all want to plug in?
No, just stay tuned. Tomorrow I am doing the Halloween stream. I pushed it back, so keep an eye out for that. I will have that posted by the end of the night. I will also have my Guy Busick video done by tonight as well, so that will be posted tomorrow, as well as my long-awaited Rachel Carruthers theory for the Halloween TV show. I'm dropping both of those videos tomorrow, and then hopefully, if I can fit it in, I'm finishing my Dewey video as well tonight. So I might have 3 videos out tomorrow, but definitely those 2 and a live stream.
Yeah, awesome. Dom, you got anything?
Yeah, I have I still got more watch parties that we're gonna do together on my channel as well, so keep on the lookout for that. Also too, I got more reviews coming for movies on my short section, so if you guys check out my short section, I am doing some reviews on there. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. Also, I have a short film that I'm working on, planning to shoot hopefully by this year. So that's also going to be on the channel as well. So take a look out for that.
Yes, everyone stay on the lookout for all that and subscribe to them so you don't miss a video. And come back for some more Scream Talk next Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. We love your faces, and we will all be right back.
Be right back.